Vancouver Giants, which is good. And then I think, again, as people say good start is important, I'm always going to say good goaltending is important. In this league, you win with goaltending. But obviously, I'll say this, first goal is important.
Yes.
If the Vancouver Giants can continue to build on what they did yesterday, remember the third period, if you could take that into tonight's game. However, James Patrick is going to make sure his team is prepared not to let the third period yesterday, where the Vancouver Giants tied the game with 4 goals, let that get into tonight's start.
Yeah, and of course, if you remember, though, in terms of that first goal and hopefully getting out in front, the Giants were able to do it. The first game back in Kamloops, they scored first. They never trailed. And against Kelowna, they never trailed either. It was tied 1-1 after the Giants opened the scoring, but never trailing, not chasing. I know they did yesterday successfully, but obviously the template is there on home ice. Recently, when they score first, good things happen for the Giants.
Yeah, and you go back to the Tri-City game, they trailed for...
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Jack the Giant! And now, here they are, your Vancouver Giants! And now the starting lineup for your Vancouver Giants. Starting it forward, out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, number 11, London Hoyland. He hails from Scottsdale, Arizona. Number 15, Jaden Lipinski. The pride of Langley, British Columbia, the hometown boy. Number 20, Jacob Oreskovic. He hails from Richmond, British Columbia, starting on defense. Number 4, Ryan Lynn. And the pride of Lloydminster, Alberta, your captain, number 47, Maston Leslie. And starting in goal for your Vancouver Giants, out of Nanaimo, British Columbia, he wears jersey number 1, Matthew Hutchinson. The head coach of the Vancouver Giants is Manny Vivros, the assistant coach, Adam Maglio. Vancouver Giants and Tim Hortons are proud to support minor hockey throughout British Columbia. Joining the Giants starting lineup from the Ridge Meadows Minor Hockey Association, please welcome our 7th player, Owen Reschny. This time we ask you to please rise and join RCMP Division E chaplain Bill Ashby with the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
On Sportsnet 650, Vancouver's home of hockey.
Hello, hockey fans, and welcome inside the Langley Event Center. It's a new year and an opportunity for the Vancouver Giants to extend their season-long winning streak to 5 games as they're hosting the Victoria Royals this afternoon. We're live from the Lower Mainland. Yesterday, these teams went at it. The Giants coming back from a 6-2 deficit in the third. They scored 4 third-period goals, tied it, it went to a shootout, and they won 7-6. And so that is probably top of mind for both these clubs. The start for the Giants key. It is Matthew Hutchison in net going up against Jaden Krause in the net for Victoria.
You know, Nate, not surprised that Matt Hutchison is getting the start based on the 3 goals that he led on 3 shots. But be that as it may, it's important for Matt to make a save early in this game, too, in this period.
We are underway as the Giants skate left to right here for the first period. They're in their black alternate jerseys for the second time this season on home ice after wearing them in the first half, a one-off in early November. But second half of the season means it's the Darks at home. It's a 2-on-2 from Reschny, who's offside at the line for Victoria. Tried to spin, and the puck was behind him. We talked earlier, Bill, about Reschny versus Schmidt, 2 players highly touted for the upcoming NHL entry draft.
Yeah, again, both have really impressed the scouts. A little different kind of players. Reschny, more of a puck distributor. He likes to pass as much as he does have the puck on his stick. And, you know, Cameron Schmidt, obviously, he's a sniper. He wants the puck, and he wants to shoot it. And often it finds the back of the net.
Reschny 41 points on the season. Schmidt 40. Schmidt 26 goals. He's tied for second best with a few players in the Western Hockey League. And yes, he's just 17 years old as the Giants will flip it up to center. Tittleback racing for that puck. Gap closed by Miskey. Rubs him off the puck, and now Kipke will backhand it along in his own zone to the far side boards. Newman bumps it back to Miskey. Cross ice right to left. He's got Kipke. From his own blue line up the middle, some speed there. Here, Moore trying to split the defense. A backhander stopped by Hutchison. Puck still loose, and it'll roll into the corner as it just missed the net there. Great opportunity for the former Wenatchee Wild forward Hayden Moore, but Hutchison with a big first stop. That's a way to get back into the game for Hutchison. Howell behind the net will leave it for Roberts. And he'll take his time because the Royals are changing. Their forwards are. Thorpe now will flip it high. It'll bounce on net. Krause will play it to Cosmo Wilson. Now Lopinen outside the zone off the stick of Stewart. Good play from Gapter to step up at the offensive blue line. Deflected in now by Halliburton to the far side. Smacked out by Wilson. Royals having a neutral ice. A cross off of Lopinen and into the Giant zone. Middlestead missed his check. Lopinen will get there first in the right corner. An offensive zone for Victoria, played behind the net. Now racing to the near side. Middlestead trying to get there first. Stewart will hold it in. Plays it back into the corner. But Middlestead is now there, up for Schmidt. Not out. Held in on the backhand by Stewart. Right circle. Back to the outside is Matthews. He'll leave it there for Verhoff, trying to go up to the blue line. Wilson has it, left point, across. Here's Verhoff, top of the right circle. A low shot is stopped. There's a big rebound, but falling and unable to get a shot off was Stewart. Now behind the goal, Zimmer for Vancouver. Slides it along the far wall. Halliburton couldn't get there in time. It was cut off by Pickford. Royals with a good shift here. A couple, actually, early in this one. We've played 2:10, no scores. A race for the puck. Here's Schmidt getting there first, and a backhander just missed off the side of the goal. Looking for it in the right corner is Schmidt. And can't get to it. Verhoff off the boards and out. Giants will regroup and neutral ice. 2 good shifts for Victoria, but then a really good chance for Schmidt off the rush. Now Caden Kale with the puck in far side. He did not play yesterday. Leaves it for Olsen. Olsen had a goal yesterday. Tried to bank it in front. Puck is loose. Kale looking for it, and he couldn't get a shot off. It's on the goal line. Royals have it. Burlock now will spin and take it behind the net. Verhoff chips it up the right side. It'll go past Morelli out to center, and Pickford now will loft it in. Giants going back for the puck. It's Ryan Lynn quickly outside his own zone. That's an easy exit for the young defender, and Morelli will whack it in deep and head off on a change. Kale on the forecheck as he stays out with Olsen for the moment. Olsen on the back check catches Danileko, but here's Reschny in. He's got to step on Roberts. Reschny from a bad angle, and he shot it over the goal. Held in, whacked in, right point by Fryer, but now Oreskovic will get it out. Gets first to that puck, tries to dangle around Trembecki, but Trembecki recovered and will flip it up the middle. Hoylett gets in the way, and he one-hands it into the Royals zone. Giants in on the forecheck now. And Levis has the puck. Lipinski trying to feed one in front. It's off the left pad. His pass missed back to Lipinski, and he's on his backhand. Can't quite get a shot off from the right circle. And now Trambecki off the boards and out to center. Roberts trying to play it up ahead on the right side. Instead, it's shotted by Trambecki. Gone a while without a whistle here. We played 3:40 in the first. Still no score. Giants and Royals. I think it's a pretty good pace spell, if you ask me.
Well, again, you know that they were going to play this way, both teams, based on the way that game ended last night. No, it's a really, really good start. Two shots on goal. Both teams handling, managing the puck well. Maybe we can show you the one scoring chance that Victoria had if we get back to it. But, yeah, it's a lot of good things happening on there.
Here's Kipke fading up right wing for Newman into the Giants zone from the bottom of the circle. Shot, or a pass rather. It was off a stick down the side of the goal. Newman from the far corner. Levis trying to work on him, and Scott will get it. The 20-year-old forward up to the left circle. Kipke will move in from the blue line in his wrist shot, maybe looking for a tip. It just missed the net. Miskey back to Kipke again, left side. This top pairing for Victoria. A low one, and that's blocked in front. Goes into the corner. Howell for Vancouver. Trying to reverse it behind the net. A couple of Royals in the way. And Hoyland an opportunity to clear. He'll carry it out now. And he'll get it to Tittleback. Tittleback just inside the Royals zone to the far side, working with Levis. And he'll slide it in deep. Levis in on the forecheck. Thorpe finishes his check at the far side, and the puck will come out and into the Giants zone. Not enough for icing. Lynn to Leslie. Leslie up for Levis. Battle for the puck as Kipke stepped up at center, and now Stewart trying to get past Lynn. Puck will roll to the near corner. Lynn being harassed behind the net by Stewart, who got the puck, feeds it in front. Spinorama shot is stopped. Hutchison has it underneath him. What a save from Hutchison on the young rookie Caleb Matthews, the 17-year-old, with a chance right from the slot.
Yeah, 4 shots on goal now, but for the Victoria Royals. And again, Hutchison, we talked about having to be good, having to get a good bounce back. Not that he played poorly. He was beaten last night or yesterday afternoon by a couple of shots in that first period. He had a hard time stopping. He looks dialed in. Never loses his body position there. And probably his biggest save was when Victoria headman that puck to Moore, and he was in home free.
Oh, yeah.
Moore. He made a big save early.
Right through the 2 defensemen he went. It was a good acceleration from Hayden Moores. It's poked out of the zone by Halliburton, trying to make it an odd man rush. Good back check from Stewart to force the Giants offside at the Victoria blue line. Fryer will play it across the ice. Lopinen's pass hit a stick, and here's Zimmer in off the rush. In right wing side, a shot is blocked by Young. And now Zimmer will whack it up to the left point. Leslie has it, offensive zone for the Giants. Leslie will move in from the line and drops it behind him. Here's Schmidt from the line down low for Halliburton. And he couldn't get a shot on net. Now for Zimmer, and his shot also hit the outside of the goal. Halliburton again. Left corner, trying to start a cycle now. Down low for Schmidt. Schmidt left corner, feeds it rink wide, and Gapter moving in for the blue line. Now he'll just feed it down low. Wasn't ready to shoot it in time. Schmidt from the left boards, and Matthews will get it out to center, where Leslie then steps up on Stewart. Giants will get the puck back. 6:05 gone in this first. Still no score. We're going to get our first penalty of the game. And we're going to take our first media timeout at the same time. We'll get the call for you when we come back. 13:52 to go. And a scoreless first, Giants and Royals. You're tuned to White Spot, Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Every hit, every goal, every save. Catch it all at your Lower Mainland Boston Pizza. All season, watch Vancouver hockey in BP and get bonus fan fun, like $5 pints of Molson Canadian or Coors Light, the official beer of Canuck fans. Plus, don't miss weekly prize giveaways. Every game, home and away, Boston Pizza is your local sports bar. $5 pints of Canadian and Coors Light, the delicious food of BP and Vancouver hockey. All season long at your local Lower Mainland Boston Pizza.
Check out 32 Thoughts, the podcast, brought to you by the GMC Sierra Pro Graphite. The GMC Sierra delivers power, reliability, and versatility. Canada-wide clearance is on now. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on select 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite models while supplies last. Plus, get $500 off during the holiday bonus event. On now until January 2nd. Visit gmccanada.ca or visit your local dealer today.
This is 21 for your Vancouver Giants, Adam Tittleback from Litvinov, and you're listening to White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Welcome back inside the LEC, the Vancouver Giants. It's the back half of the home and home with the Victoria Royals. Right now, no score, 13:37 to go in the first period of play. The Royals will have the first power play as they go to work trying to gain the line, and they will set up. It's Kipke up high. I'll get the call in a second. It was right before that media timeout. As it's played across top of the left circle, Reschny has it. The left-handed shot trying to feed the middle. Bame will whack at one, blocked by Howell, although Roberts can't clear. Royals get the puck back. Left point, Kipke across right side. Here's Verhoff down to the goal line. Trambecki back up high to the defenseman Verhoff. Now Reschny surveying. Kipke from the blue line, a one-timer stop. There's a big rebound popped out right to Thorpe, and he can't clear it out. Reschny will hold it in from the left side, drops it behind him, and that actually will come out to center. He was behind Kipke. He now gets the drop feed from his own blue line up the left side, right back into the Giants zone. Reschny for Kipke once more, off his stick into the air, knocked down by Roberts and clear the length of the ice by Merrick Howell. It is a Cameron Schmidt slashing penalty that has put the Giants short here on the Freedom Mobile penalty kill.
Yeah, and I think it's an offensive zone slashing penalty, too, which isn't the kind you want to take first shift, the first part of this first period. But, it's, again, I don't think there's any team that moves the puck from low to high a whole lot better than the Victoria Royals. And, when they've got those two high-scoring defensemen on the blue line, Miskey and Kipke, it's going to happen. They're going to get the puck back to him. That's what they do right there. Now, that is a power play. You see the shot. And for Matt Hutchison, last bounce back from yesterday, getting pulled after 3 shots on goal where he hadn't made a save, Nate, to face the first 5 so far, and they've been big saves, positional saves.
And he's got to keep that going for the next 27 seconds. That's how much time is remaining in the Freedom Mobile penalty kill as the fight for the puck in the near corner. Leslie trying to hold up his man. Lipinski's also in there for the Giants against a few Royals. It'll pop free to Miskey. Royals are set up at the right boards. Wilson down to the corner. Lopinen in front, and they score. It's Hayden Moore on the power play. Hutchison got a large chunk of that, but off his shoulder and in. And the Royals have struck first just under 8 minutes into this one.
The Victoria Royals catch the Giants looking into the corner. That puck's going to go back there. You get to all the focus is on the guy with the puck and how quickly that puck has moved to the front of the net. Everybody's watching that play right there, and that leaves Hayden Moore in front. And he doesn't have to be in a lot of space, Nate. He's just got to find, I don't want to say a soft spot, hardly any soft spots around the front of the net area, but you lose track of him just for 1 second, and he's gonna make you pay for it.
And right off that goal, they got a shot on goal, Denaleko from the left side. And so, the Royals do strike first. And special teams was something that we talked about. Still very early in this one, but the Royals power play coming through here today. They went 0 for 2 yesterday. And special teams for these two teams, in terms of the power plays, the Royals are quite a bit better in terms of percentage. 7th in the Western Hockey League. 24%. I guess better now.
Interesting, though, they come into tonight's game with exactly the same amount of power play goals as the Vancouver Giants.
As it's given away, but Morelli couldn't quite get that pass in front for Kale as the Royals back down the other way, down the right wing, and a shot off the blocker of Hutchison. Burlock taking that one. Now Pickford will spin and backhand it deep from the left point. Puck goes into the near corner. Middlestead behind the goal for Colby Gapter. And he'll connect with Toretto Morellis, the Giants rookie, trying to get to center, and does as he feeds it in hard deep to the right corner. Young will whack at that to the near boards. Giants in on the forecheck. The Young energy line, Olsen, Kale, and Morelli. And now they're out of gas as 2 of the 3 will go off on a change. Fryer out to Denaleko, and he just gets to center. It doesn't go all the way down anyways. It's a stretch pass now and neutralized, picked off by Bame. Reschny now into the Giants zone with the dump in. Hutchison plays it to the near corner. Roberts tried to feed it up the wall. Reschny got in the way. Battle ensues for that puck. Roberts trying to body him off of it. It'll come to Oreskovic. And far side, Howell has to go back for it. Takes a weird bounce off the corner boards, then comes in front, and Howell will get it to Jacob Oreskovic, the Langley product, playing here for his hometown Giants. Lipinski, as Hoylit's offside at the Royals line. He had a Victoria player much in his...
Quick release out of the corner. He didn't take any time to look who he wanted to put it to. There was no decision going back to the blue line or to the front of the net. Decision was made quickly. Good quick transfer of the puck. And, as you said, Hutchins really got a big piece of that puck. It trickled in behind him.
We do want to welcome in viewers watching on the free stream on the Western Hockey League's YouTube page, as we're also live there, and of course on WHL Live as well for Wednesday night in the dub, or Wednesday afternoon as it were. just past 2 o'clock local time here in Vancouver. Giants and Royals, big BC division matchup. Teams separated by 3 points in the standings. Giants in 7th in the West. Royals are in 6th as Levis trying to bank it off the center boards to Thorpe, and it's whacked back in by Victoria. They're in a full-scale change, so time and space for Leslie, who will wait behind the net. Leslie just past Bo Byram for 3rd all-time in Giants franchise scoring amongst defensemen. His 151st point yesterday, actually a 3-point game, and that passed Byram, who has 150 as a Vancouver Giant. 2-on-2 off the rush. Lopinen for Victoria. Feeding it in front. Good save from Hutchison. Getting a shot off was Matthews. He's drawn a penalty as well, as Verhoff will move into the high slot, and it's blocked. Touched by Levis. A couple of things there. Obviously a good save, but I think doing a decent job, although he took a penalty. I thought Middlestead did a good job of, making it a hard chance for Matthews. He had to earn that.
Well, yeah, he did. Lopanen's been very, very good as an import for this hockey club. Watch him come up the ice, and that pass, that redirect, all you have to do is get inside position on the defender like he's got there. And then all you can do, Nate, at that point is try to hook him, try to get his stick off the ice. You want to tape that guy in front of you if you can. Chasing a defensive player or an offensive player into your end, and he ends up at the top of the paint. It's not a good spot to be.
So the Royals will go to their second power play, and they win the faceoff. Another pass looking towards the slot. Bame couldn't get to it. It'll come to Reschny. Backs off to the wall, and now Kipke at the blue line. Right circle, Verhoff, a deflection stop. Rebound, puck is still loose. It'll roll into the corner. There are pucks in and around the crease area. And the Royals now up at the blue line will keep it alive. Kipke behind the back pass to Verhoff. High slot off of Reschny. It'll go behind the goal. Reschny retrieves and leaves it Verhoff right boards. Then down low, Trambecki. Reschny now up high. Kipke from the blue line, a one-timer, didn't make its way through. Loose puck again is corralled by the Royals. They keep it alive. Kipke from the line, deflected. They score again on the power play. Braden Bame, the 20-year-old, has the second consecutive power play goal for Victoria. He's got 10 on the year and a 2-0 Royals lead.
Again, they do such a good job, and one of the reasons is they've got guys like Miskey and guys like number 18 Verhoff on the blue line. They can keep that puck in. Once that puck comes into that spot there, again, you see a player on the inside of the defenseman. Instead of pushing that guy out of the way, instead of getting better position on him, that's an easy deflection when nobody is in your face in front of the net. Victoria, 2 power play goals. They lead 2-0, and they've outshot Vancouver 12-3 to this point in this first period.
Well, we talked about the start after the poor start the Giants had yesterday, trailing 4-0 in the first 10 minutes. Obviously, you want that next goal to prevent any sort of thing like that happening, even though Vancouver came back yesterday. Kale rushing out of his own zone to center, and will be able to chip it deep. So, yeah, it's might be 2 power play goals, but as you say, look at the shots, 12-3 for Victoria in control. A lot of those shots did come on the man advantage, but not all of them. Battle for the puck in front of the Giants bench. 2 players aside, and Lynn will be able to poke it up ahead. Fryer, D-to-D in his own zone for Young as the Royals back up. And now Trambecki to the middle. Here's 6'7" Seth Fryer ripping it in from center. Hutchison stops it behind the goal. Ryan Lynn off the far boards. Morelli now for Olsen. Second goal of the season yesterday for young Brett Olsen, just 16 years old, one of 3 Giants 16-year-olds. Reschny forcing it wide or carrying in tight. A shot from Trambecki off the side of the post. Leslie in his own zone now. Lost the puck. Reschny gets it in the corner. Tries to work to the circle. Shot is stopped. There's another rebound, and it's flipped up and out this time by Leslie. Miskey from his own blue line. And it's whacked away by the Giants, but now having to hustle to the puck as Haliburton can't get there in time.
Last 3 times the Vancouver Giants have come up the ice, the Victoria Royals have met them and stopped them at their own blue line. Now you get the dump in. Now you're back into a 1-1 battle on the forecheck. There's a takeout. Who's there to follow up? The F3, not there.
Bame skating it out for Victoria. 2-on-2 with Scott, and a good stick from Roberts forcing Victoria offside at the line. We'll take our media timeout. 6:43 to go in the first. It is a 2-0 Royals lead on 2 power play goals more, and then Bame. Stay with us. You're tuned to White Spot, Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Halford, why are you on the floor, bud?
Stretching. I want to be ready when I pick up my new ride at Pacific Honda.
You know, just because Pacific Honda is flexible with their customers doesn't mean you need to do the splits. Plus, the goalie mask and short shorts combo is a lot.
But I need quick reflexes and precision handling.
Everyone knows Pacific Honda vehicles are reliable. Most come with driver assist features to keep you and everyone else safe.
What a relief. These shorts are chafing.
Pacific Honda, North Vancouver's premier destination for Honda vehicle sales and service, online at pacifichonda.ca.
On January 8th, the heroes of Chicago Med, Fire, and PD are back. Chicago Wednesday. New episodes return January 8th on City TV or stream it on City TV Plus. Law and Order Thursday on City TV.
I'm not asking you to trust the system. I'm asking you to trust me.
I have an obligation to make this city safe.
New episodes return January 16th on City TV or streaming on City TV Plus.
Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center for White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650 on WHL Live and on the Western Hockey League's YouTube page as well. Streaming for free there. It's a 2-0 Victoria Royals lead on the Vancouver Giants. 6:30 remaining in period number 1. 2 power play goals the difference so far. They're 2 for 2 on the man advantage are the Royals. Flipped up out of the zone by Vancouver Giants defenseman Colton Roberts. Now here's Tittle back in with speed. Pulls up to the far boards. Tried to feed it across. Knocked out of the air by Scott. Giants go back for the puck. Colby Gapter off the near wall. They'll go into the Royals zone where they collect. Trying to go D-to-D was Wilson. It just missed Verhoff, but it works. It comes out. Here's Moore trying to make it a 2-on-1. Pass Middlestead in right circle. Low shot or a pass, rather just missed Scott. It'll come outside the zone for Levis for the Giants across to Tittleback. Into the attacking zone to Levis, high slot across to Thorpe. Right circle and a glove save. A great one from Krause. Rebound behind the Royals net as they come out with it. It's Scott. Cross ice left to right and now backhanded in from center as the Royals were changed.
That was the best attack from the blue line, from the Victoria blue line into their net, into their end. Nice job by that line.
Yes, that's the Levis-Thorpe Tittleback line that has been so good. A shot from the blue line from Fryer off the body and missed. Royals right back into the offensive zone. Working here. They've had 14 shots already in this period. 5:22 to go. In front, whacked away by Middlestead, only to the blue line. Fryer's there. He'll try a shot off. Hoylett had missed. Battle for the puck in the far corner. It'll come up the wall for Hoylett. Now Fryer again holds the zone. Middlestead near corner. Along for Lipinski. Giants can't get out a third time. As Gapter to Hoylett. Now it'll just come out to center as he'll poke it past Fryer. And Lipinski is just onside. Gets it almost in front to Oreskovic. Picked off at the last second by Fryer. Great interception. A 2-on-2 for Victoria. Stewart will just get it past Lynn. Held him a little bit there. And then the Giants are going to get called for tripping. And they're not going to like that. Oh, it's going to be a cross-checking call to Mazden Leslie for knocking down rookie Nolan Stewart after it looked like he had a good hold of Ryan Lynn going in on the forecheck.
Now, there you see the penalty. I don't know. I mean, it's the third in a row. The only 3 penalties in the first period, all against the Vancouver Giants. How tough not to call that? I don't know. But I'll tell you what the Victoria Royals have done exceptionally well. All right, they've held the blue line at the Vancouver zone by keeping pucks in, and they've held the blue line in their own zone in keeping Vancouver from coming in. You can't play a period a whole lot better, and then obviously taking advantage of the power plays that they're given.
And they're on another one. They're third of the period, 2 for 2 so far. Kipke to Verhoff, top of the right circle, shot off of Thorpe, and it'll go out of play. Bill, are they not aggressive in terms of, I know keeping pucks in, but more so stepping up at their own blue line? It's a team on purpose doing that. That's what they want to do.
Well, they can only do that if they've got support coming back with forwards. And the Vancouver Giants are having a tough time, as any team will do, in penetrating that kind of defense at the opposing team's blue line. Blue lines are where most of the decisions have to be made in hockey.
Right. Royals do win the faceoff. They're set up again on a power play here with 4:30 to go in the first, and they have a 2-0 lead on the G-men. Kipke, bottom of the left circle for Reschny. Takes it behind the net, looking for his passing options as he continues to stick handle, and now to Kipke. Verhoff at the blue line. Now to Kipke, and a wrister off the blocker of Hutchison. Rebound near corner, battle for the puck. Thorpe tried to go behind the net, picked off by Trembecki as the Royals get it back. Verhoff again, right circle. A low shot and knocked out of the air. They score another power play goal, their third of this period. Taden Trembecki, who has been very good against the Giants this season. Scores his 19th of the year to make it 3-0.
Yeah, he's got 4. That guy right there, 4 against the Vancouver Giants. Watch this guy. This is a 16-year-old defenseman. Gets into that spot. Again, the save is made. Not a problem at all for Hutchison to make this save. But when the puck comes out about waist high and you got a left-hand shot off that right post, it's so simple, especially if you've played any baseball.
Yeah.
To just bat that puck out of the air. I mean, Trumbecky's been hot. He had the hat trick yesterday against the Vancouver Giants. I mean, it's an incredible response, period 1 today, by the Victoria Royals as to what happened last game yesterday in Victoria when they got outshot. What was it, 17-1?
16-1 in the third.
In the third period. They've come back with 17 of their own shots this first period here and lead 3-0.
And they're on the puck again as Burlock tried to feed it in front. Then he was knocked down by Leslie as the Giants head out of their own zone. Lynn to Morelli, left wing, looking in front for Kale, and it's off his stick. And whoa, heads up as it quickly goes into the crowd.
I wish we could see this, guys. Just show the Victoria teams on this particular play, the 5 players, if we can. I mean, they are all connected right in the front of the goaltender. There's absolutely no way that puck was going to come through on that pass, Nate, without it hitting a stick. I mean, that is defense. That's the way you got to play. Now, as far as the Victoria team is concerned, they've got the 3-0 lead on 3 power play goals. There's 3:40 left in the period. They'd love to get out with that lead. If Vancouver can chip away and get one.
And they had one late in the first yesterday.
Yes, they did.
It was Brett Olson made it 4-1, but a late period goal for the Giants yesterday on the road in Victoria. It is the rematch today, 4th of 8 head-to-head meetings this season, as the Giants will play each BC Division team 8 times in the 2024-25 season, and really every season as it's tipped deep by Vancouver. And on the forecheck, trying to get in the way. Now Thorpe will hunt down the puck to the far side, whacked out by Wilson. Zimmer at center for the Giants. Leslie connects with Halliburton as he'll head up ice. Into the Royals zone, right side for Thorpe, taking it wide. Thorpe behind the goal. Up to the blue line for Leslie. Leslie will walk in from the point. He's on his backhand now, moves to the middle, tried to go backdoor to Zimmer, and it was picked off by Newman, but Leslie gets it back on the boards. As did Leslie, throws it in front. There's a rebound off the stick of the goaltender, but the Royals will get on it first as they break out. 2-on-2, Moore cuts towards the middle. They crisscross Moore with a shot, blocked by Leslie. And now shot deep. The Giants had some good pop there on that shift.
Leslie had to beat 5 Victoria players inside the hash marks in front of the net. Did get through, did get the goaltender Krause to make the save.
I almost want him to shoot that as he made so many moves and then tried to set up backdoor Zimmer, who was open. Lipinski now driving wide behind the goal. He's got the puck for the G-men.
Look at the guys connected. Count the white shirts there.
They come away with the puck because of that puck support. Gapter just inside his own line for the Giants, and now he'll leave it for Jacob Oreskovic. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this first period. It is a 3-0 Royals lead. Oreskovic and Lipinski in front of the penalty box trying to get to that puck. It goes into the Giant zone, and Middlestead is there for Vancouver. To Lipinski. Far side, here's Hoylett. Just inside the zone and lost the puck. It's going to be an odd man rush for the Royals. Bame 2-on-1 with Reschny. Bame right side, holding on, shoots and scores. Braden Bame's second of the period. And instead of a late goal, hopefully for the Giants, it's a late goal the other way. Victoria makes it 4-0 for the second night in a row.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, it's almost textbook letter perfect period. This play is broken up and away go the Victoria Royals. You look off the guy that's hoping maybe you get the pass. That's Reschny. Find a hole in the goaltender's protection and put that puck right there. And I'm telling you, like I said, this is as good a period. James Patrick's is a terrific coach as far as I'm concerned. And if I asked him, or you asked him, have they played a better first period? Certainly, I don't know if they have all year. How good was the response to last night's or yesterday's 4 goals that Vancouver scored in the third period? Well, it can't be better than this.
And they're right back at it in the O zone. A shot from the blue line, Kipke into the glove of Hutchison. Make it 19 shots on goal in this period. after the 3-0 goal, I wanted to talk about Taden Trembecki, but perhaps we have to talk about Braden Bame because now he gets his second. Bame is from BC, from Nanaimo. He's a 20-year-old. We know how hard it is to play in this league at 20, but Bame with his second is now up to 31 points this season, so almost a point a game for the 20-year-old.
Yeah, you just saw another low to high. I mean, this is, again, what this Victoria team does well in the offensive zone. And they said, James Patrick said one thing he knew going into this season was they were going to have really good defense.
Yeah, that top four for Victoria is good as any in the Western Hockey League. Tittleback can't gain the offensive zone again. They prevent an entry. Lopinen now a shot from distance, easily steered away by Hutchison. Tittleback behind the goal for Howell. Levis off the boards and out. And Kipke will get it. Takes it back into his own zone. Now to Matthews. Banks it up for Stewart, and Pickford will pick it up. Trying to go wide around Roberts. It'll roll off his stick to the corner. Lynn trying to close that gap, and Roberts will take the puck. Backhands it for Levis. Giants trying to break out, and they will. Halliburton from center, and now he'll play it into the Royals zone. Verhoff blocks it off the glass and out. Royals spending very little time in this period in their own zone. Icing just called. I thought they were going to wave it off, but it is an icing against Victoria with 23.3 seconds to go in the first. And the Royals, again, comfortably in front 4-0.
You know, you talked about Braden Bame. You know, he was with Medicine Hat, and they were one over the 20-year-old limit allotment of 3. He expressed preference to come back to the island if he possibly could. And sure enough, the trade was made, and he has just been terrific in a Victoria Royal uniform.
Yeah, this season more of a playmaker. He's got those 20 assists, but now his 11th goal of the season, his 10th and 11th here in the first period.
You know, he was limited to just 12 games played last year in Medicine Hat. Still had 5 goals, 5 assists for the 10 points in those 12 games. That's a terrific pickup as a 20-year-old. He's been great this season.
And that will do it for 20 minutes. As the buzzer goes to end the first period, which actually ends up worse than yesterday's first period. Yesterday it was 4-1 for Victoria after 20. The Giants ended up coming back in that game and winning in a shootout 7-6, a crazy game. And after letting that 6-2 lead slip, well, today the Royals come out and they score 4 in the first. So we're now joined ringside by head coach or associate coach for the Vancouver Giants, Adam Maglio. Adam, what can you just break down kind of what happened overall for your team in that first period?
Well, they're outskating us, and when a team outskates you, Nate, they're going to draw penalties. So in an undisciplined period, we didn't like our game. We got better than we just showed, so we need a good response here in the second.
Coach, real quick, Victoria, you got to give them credit. They hold the offensive blue line well, get pucks low to high, and boy, are they connected inside their own zone. How tough is it going to be to beat that connection, especially at the blue lines?
Well, the best way to do it, Bill, is play in their end, and we didn't do enough. Like, we're not managing the puck through the neutral zone, something we did a really good job in the second and third last night. So they're getting extended ozone shifts, and like you said, they're very good at working it low to high and crashing the net.
Last question. Pretty good start, albeit 4 goals, but I thought the first 5 saves Matt Hutchison made in response to yesterday was really quite good.
Yeah, I think the start was good. We got to give them some help too, Bill. So we got to stay disciplined here, stay out of the box, and claw our way back in this thing.
Thanks so much for the time, Adam. And claw their way back. They did yesterday, but certainly still another mountain they're going to have to climb today. A 4-0 lead for the Victoria Royals after 20 minutes of play. We will step aside as we'll get to the intermission. We'll come back with the scoring summary to break it all down. What happened in the first 20 minutes in this game? And then, of course, Justin Morissette will take over from the banquet hall as this intermission will continue. 4-0 Royals after 20 here on White Spot. Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Hey, it's Kevin Woodley. Hockey fans know the importance of a big save, and my friends at White Rock Hyundai are here to help you save big with the Hyundai Ioniq 5 EV. Save money by skipping the gas station. Save time by cutting through traffic with HOV lanes. And save even more with loyalty rates as low as 0.99% for qualifying customers. Get in the EV lineup and keep more in your pocket this hockey season. At White Rock Hyundai, they sell cars the right way.
Sportsnet 650 and Barnside Brewing have dropped the gloves on a new pale ale that's perfect for hockey season. The brand new 5 for Fighting Hazy Pale Ale. Designed to elevate every moment with its crisp, refreshing profile. 4-packs available now at Barnside Brewing, participating retail locations, or on tap at your local pub. Visit sportsnet.ca/650 for a full list of locations. The 5 for Fighting Hazy Pale from Sportsnet 650 and Barnside Brewing, participating pubs and retailers. Download the Barnside app now.
Angry Otter Liquor, you're at home here.
Hockey night? Make Angry Otter Liquor part of your home team's starting lineup. They've got the perfect 3 stars for game night. Exclusive beers produced locally, an incredible wine selection, and top-shelf whiskey to enjoy while you cheer your team to victory. With 31 locations across BC, it's easy to find your game day favorites. From face-off to final horn, we've got the bar-down selection you need to make every game a winner. Visit angryotterliquor.crs for recipes, contests, and more.
Sometimes you need an appraisal, but you may not realize it. Campbell & Pound can help. Whether you're transferring real estate to your children or proposing a non-arm's length transaction, trust the professional appraisers at Campbell & Pound. Did you know the government can audit you based on GST, capital gains, and or property transfer? That's 3 separate taxing authorities, meaning 3 potential audits. When faced with an audit, Campbell & Pound is in your corner. Visit campbell-pound.com.
This is number 2 for your Vancouver Giants, Colton Elaine from Victoria, and you're listening to White Spot Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650.
You're listening to the Vancouver Giants intermission on Sportsnet 650, Vancouver's home of hockey.
Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. We're in the first intermission here at White Spot, Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650, and the crowd unfortunately just had the most to cheer about right now in the intermission for the Timbits hockey. Small cheer is the little Timbits. Someone scored, and the Giants have not been able to yet. It is 4-0 for Victoria so far through 20 minutes of play. Nathan Cantor alongside Bill Wilms. Yes, Bill.
Don't you ever wonder, I mean, what Connor McDavid looks like at this stage?
Yeah. Well, I would
Gretzky.
imagine they would just zip it
Just
through
be better
and everywhere.
skaters, eh?
Yeah, right?
They just have
the
the pocket.
Regardless of this age or a little older, 6, 7, 8, 9, when you're at that level, there's no other kind of domination, right, than when you're that young. That's what it is. You're just faster than everyone.
You're a better skater.
You're just, poof, you're gone. How do you stop that? Let's get to the
Victoria Royals kind of were gone there.
They had a pretty good period. They really did. We got to give them credit. We know the Giants can be better. We know they can come back because they did yesterday, but we also know it's not going to be easy. And let's start with where we're at, which is a 4-0 Royals lead, and how we got there. It's time for the Kintec Footwear and Orthotics scoring summary. After 20 minutes of play, Kintec is the footwear and orthotics provider for your Vancouver Giants. The first 3 goals, power play, power play, power play. Let's go one at a time. Hayden Moore, his 7th from Lopinen and Wilson. That one coming on their first power play of the game. So we should mention, Bill, not only 3 power play goals, but they're 3 for 3. So their efficiency is perfect. The first one from Moore. What happened on that goal, Moore's 7th?
Well, okay. They worked that puck, does Victoria, so well with their corner work, and we talked about it back to the blue line work. But this is a particular play that, the second goal last night, well, actually the first 2 was scored on a goal on a deflection from about the same spot. And then the second goal last night, a clear-cut shot from roughly the hash marks between the front of the net. Wilson, he's a guy that's going to keep it down low. Lopinen gets it and transfers it really quickly. I mean, seldom you see a puck transferred that quickly from the backboards area to the slot. Usually you're looking, the guy's looking to see who's open. He got it. He knew it was going to Hayden Moore. He knew that he was going to put it right on the Victoria forward in front of the net. Made no mistake, 1-0 Victoria.
And a few minutes later, Giants called this time for hooking. And Braden Bain scored his first of 2 that period, 10th of the season, from Kipke and Reschny, 2-0 Roy.
Well, you got to have a forward on the power play that's an assist guy. That's a puck distributor. We've said that for years. I've seen it for years. Kipke's a blue line guy. The quarterback isn't always the blue line guy, the guy back at the blue line or the half wall. It's the guy that makes a pass in the offensive zone. Reschny does that, combines with Kipke. Beam in a really good spot again. Power play goal, his 10th, 11-27. What's that? 4 minutes after the first goal.
And then 4.5 minutes after that goal, it's Taden Trembecki. I don't want to call him a Giants killer, but he's been playing very well against them, and he's having a heck of a season. The 18-year-old, his 19th goal of the season.
Yeah. No, he's been great. Again, a original Brandon draft. And, again, this 6-year-old defenseman, Keaton Verhoff's so important and so valuable. His shot gets through. The save is made by Hutchison. I think it went off his pads up into the air. Sometimes you can't control everything that hits you. And it's about waist high when Taden Trembecki whacks it out of the air into the net, standing right at the side of the net. Now you're down 3-0 on 3 power play goals, and it's 15-57 in the period.
Yeah. Sorry, just want to correct myself. Trembecki, 19, not 18.
I was going to say, he's having that career year as a 19-year-old.
He is. And then one more. Why not? Right when we were hoping, hey, you can get a late one for the Giants. You never know. Well, Bain says, and they don't have assists. I thought there would be assists on the Bain goal, but it was a rush goal.
Well, you know what? I'm not sure they'll probably add an assist, but it seemed to me like he's the kind of guy that kind of broke the play up and headed up the ice.
Okay.
All right, and then it became a 2-on-1, and he looked off the guy that was with him, kind of looked at him. That's always distracting for the goaltender, and ended up shooting it. And Hutchison couldn't find it, found the back of the net. And I'm going to tell you, I don't blame any of those first 4 Victoria goals on Hutchison. Let's give credit where it's due. He came back with a terrific bounce back game. Bounce back, period.
Yeah.
Let's put that in perspective. But 20-5 shots on goal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see it coming. I saw an improved Victoria team.
Yeah. We don't want to waste too much time here on the scoring summary because we got to get to Steve Ewan down with Justin Morissette in the banquet hall. But our play of the period.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it came after Victoria made it 3-0. Mazin Leslie's going to get the puck at the blue line. And let me tell you, folks, when you hear the call here, he's weaving through 4 guys of the 5 that are between him and the goaltender, and this is what it sounded like.
Hunt down the puck to the far side, whacked out by Wilson. Zimmer at center for the Giants. Leslie connects with Halliburton as he'll head up ice. Into the Royals zone, right side for Thorpe, taking it wide. Thorpe behind the goal. Up to the blue line for Leslie. Leslie will walk in from the point. He's on his backhand now. Moves to the middle. Tried to go backdoor to Zimmer, and it was picked off by Newman, but Leslie gets it back on the boards. As did Leslie. Throws it in front. There's a rebound off the stick of the goaltender, but the Royals will get on it first as they break out. 2-1. The period, Mazin Leslie creating offense. Unfortunately, the pass didn't quite make it to Tyson Zimmer. We're going to take a break. That was the Kintec Footwear and Orthotics scoring summary after 20 minutes of play. Kintec, the footwear and orthotics provider for your Vancouver Giants. A 4-0 Royals lead, outshooting the Giants 20-5. Their power play goes 3 for 3 in the first. You're tuned to White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in-stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. With customer service reps on the line to get you what you need when you need it 24/7, 365 every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
New year, new floor. Tiles can add an elegant, luxurious, or even rustic look to your home. And there's no better place to find them than Tiletown. Locally owned and operated since 1971, Tiletown offers free design and consultation, do-it-yourself supplies, and their Schluter certified staff have the knowledge to help you with your project. Get started today at Tiletown. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Victoria, Richmond, and Langley, and online at mytiletown.ca.
Bruh, you ready? We're doing our hockey picks in a minute.
Coming. All right, let's do it.
Why do you have a pile of scrap metal?
Well, after the show, I just toss this all into my North Star Metal recycling bin. They pay the best prices on scrap metal. Then I take the cash, bet it on my hockey picks. Bada bing, bada boom, Fiji vacation.
Call North Star Metal Recycling today and ask about free bin services. 604-254-2734. North Star Metal Recycling. They recycle, you get paid.
In 1965, Metropolitan Motors opened its doors as a tiny service station with a Mercury franchise. Everyone said we were crazy, but 59 years later, Metro Motors is still proudly serving the Tri-Cities and beyond with new, used, leasing, parts, service, and collision repair. You don't last nearly 60 years in this business unless you're doing something right. Always family owned and operated. Come experience what it's like to be treated right.
Metro Ford.
This is number 44 for your Vancouver Giants, Merrick Howell from Calgary, Alberta. You're listening to White Spot Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650.
You're listening to the Vancouver Giants intermission on Sportsnet 650, Vancouver's home of hockey.
Welcome back inside the banquet hall here at the Langley Event Center, where after 20 minutes of play, the Vancouver Giants currently find themselves trailing the visiting Victoria Royals by a 4-0 score. Victoria with 20 shots on goal in that opening frame as well. Justin Morissette with you at the intermission, and I'm pleased to be joined right now by Province Sports, post-media sports scribe, the inimitable, irreplaceable Steve Ewan with me here at the table.
Those are big words, but I'll take them.
Steve, we don't have a ton of time here in the first intermission, but I am going to talk to you again
Go ahead.
in intermission number 2 as well. 4-0 the score in favor of the visitor. I mean, if you watch yesterday's game, I think you have to be expecting another 7-6 comeback victory for Vancouver here in this one.
I think it's a big ask. I think it's obviously possible. I expected Vancouver to come out with a little bit more jump today.
So did I, yeah. The head coach.
Coming off what happened yesterday. So, they've got 40 minutes to figure it out.
Manny Vivero was talking in the pregame show about how, 10 minutes, if you catch yourself snoozing in this league, if you only play 50 of 60, that can tank the whole game for you. And that was not the best opening frame for the Vancouver Giants. I think a lot of people look at a 4-0 score and the goaltending struggles that we've seen of late. They want to pin this maybe on Matty Hutchison. I thought Matty Hutchison made some big saves in the early stages.
3 or 4 maybe big saves.
And when Victoria has put up 20 shots on goal in that opening period.
Only 20 shots yesterday.
They had 20 shots throughout the entirety of yesterday's game. So that was clearly a Royals side that probably came into this game feeling embarrassed, and you had to know that they would feel that way.
But you had to know that they were going to come pumped up. And there was – I didn't like the Leslie penalty. I didn't think that was maybe a great call. Other than that, but I think like Coach Adam Maglio talked about, Victoria's moving their feet and putting the referees in positions to maybe make decisions that you're not going to like. And I think Vancouver needs to get back and get to work and get, kind of battle again. So.
If you are the Vancouver Giants, shooting on Jaden Krause today, a little bit more difficult than shooting on Spencer Michnick, but not necessarily for the Giants. Michnick has been very, very good against Vancouver in his career, but a tougher hill to climb out of perhaps today, but stranger things have happened, and you don't have to go back further than 24 hours to see it.
Yeah, I don't know if stranger things than 24 hours ago have happened, but strange things have happened. I think yesterday may have been as strange as things could get, but I think it does give you a rallying point to say that, we've been here before. We were here yesterday. We can figure out a way out of this. And I think that's another chance to see what this Giants group, particularly leadership group, is made of.
And they took over that third period, not just in terms of climbing out of a 4-0 or a 4-goal deficit on the scoreboard, but just dominating that game, period. Defensively, they only allowed 1 shot on Burke Hood for that entire third. If they can wake up here and find their feet, they can make this a game again.
It's a good crowd. It's a lively crowd. I'd like to see them I'd just like to see the crowd to get a chance to get, to get excited again.
Well, Steve, we will talk
because
to
I'm
you
excited here
again
talking to you
after 40 minutes. And when we do that, we will turn our attention towards the trade deadline, because that is coming up fast, just 8 days away here in the Western Hockey League. Trade deadline, Vancouver Giants could be active depending on what the next week brings. But we got to take a break and come right back with second period action at the LEC. Nathan Cantor and Bill Wilms just around the corner. He is Steve Yu, and I'm Justin Morissette. And you're listening to White Spot, Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650.
On January 8th, the heroes of Chicago Med, Fire, and PD are back. Chicago Wednesday. New episodes return January 8th on City TV or stream it on City TV Plus. Law and Order Thursday on City TV.
I'm not asking you to trust the system. I'm asking you to trust me.
I have an obligation to make this city safe.
New episodes return January 16th on City TV or stream it on City TV Plus.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Sam had aspirations of opening a clothing boutique. She called Alpine Credits and was sent a speedy superhero to help with a business loan. Super speed doesn't translate to radio, but when our hero runs, she sounds like this. Approved. If you ran at the speed of light, you'd sound funny too. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
This is Matthew Hutchison from Nanaimo, BC, number 1 on your Vancouver Giants. And you're listening to White Spot Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650.
You're listening to Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650, Vancouver's home of hockey. Here's Nathan Cantor.
Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. White Spot Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650. Nathan Cantor alongside Bill Wilms, as we do have a goaltending change after 20 minutes in which Victoria scored 4 goals in that first period. They have a 4-0 lead, and Burke Hood is now in goal for the Vancouver Giants, rocking a new goalie mask. That's actually, I can't really see the details of from way up here, but the Giants will skate right to left here in this second period. Again, uphill battle, trailing 4-0. Giants in their black alternate jerseys, the Jack the Giant thirds, with gold and red trim. And they're offside at the Royals blue line on a tag up. The Royals are in their whites here today on the road with blue and black trim. But it was all Royals in that first, Bill. 3 for 3 on the power play and a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, it's really quite incredible. It speaks to exactly what we talked about many, many times. The most predictable thing about the Western Hockey League is its unpredictability.
Absolutely.
I mean, I expected a good pushback, obviously. I mean, James
but not
Patrick,
that.
I didn't expect that.
No,
not really. Power plays or no power plays.
So the Giants got to start with 1, as they were able to do yesterday. They just hold it in the zone, poked free. Here's Lipinski inside the zone, down to the right wall. Now it comes up to Leslie. Left circle shot is blocked and knocked the glove off of Verhoff. And Reschny can't get it out. Leslie got it back. Oreskovic trying to look back for Leslie. It didn't work. Might be a 2-on-1 for Victoria. Reschny in right side. Cuts across to the middle. Spins and shoots, and that's blocked by Lynn. As the Giants are going to go to the box here. Delayed call coming up to, I presume, Mazden Leslie. Is Trambecki up to the blue line for Fryer. Fryer left circle, and Moore couldn't shoot it first. Now we'll go back to the blue line. Young for Fryer from the right side, and that's blocked and touched up by Oreskovic. It was Boehm heading to the net, trying to make it a 2-on-1, and Leslie, I think, interfered with him. He got the stick up. It's a high sticking call.
Well, again, you saw the Giants inside the offensive zone. They talk about your offense awfully starts back in your own zone. And you know what? They played so well defensively, did Victoria. They ended up coming up the ice. Mazden Leslie draws a penalty. But again, that spurt coming out of their own zone was a result of terrific structure. I'm really impressed. I got to be honest with you. Seldom you see teams play that connected and that aggressively and so much on their toes in their own zone.
Well, the one who blocked that shot when the Giants did have the puck, Keaton Verhoff, who we talked about in the pregame, 16-year-old rookie, and he's part of that structure. And again, I was so impressed and surprised yesterday that he didn't make the same impact he did last week. I mean, he's 6'4", he's 212, he's 16 years old, and he's the top prospect for the 2026 NHL Draft.
Absolutely. I mean, he has scored a goal in 10 games, 10 different games this year. That's
He's
pretty good for a defenseman.
Yeah. He's not out right now. It's Miski and Wilson on this power play as the Royals have won the faceoff, so they have the puck. Left circle, Scott looking backdoor. Just missed Lopanen. Wilson holds it in down to the corner. Lopanen looking for more again as they connected on the first goal of this game on the power play. Back down into the Royals zone it goes. Miskey, another defenseman that we talked about in the pregame, drafted by the San Jose Sharks in the 5th round this past summer. As he wears number 23 for Victoria. He's got the puck right now, one of the alternate captains as well for the Royals. 23 points from the back end on the season for him. Moore just inside the zone. Will feed it down low. It'll go around to the far side. Scott shovels it to the point. Cosmo Wilson back to Scott on the half wall. Returns it to Wilson. It's a right-handed shot from that blue line. Now Scott again looking for Lopanen, and he was headed the wrong way. But he gets it up to the point again. Miskey. Head up to Wilson, left side. Power play continues for Victoria. As in front, Moore a shot, and then a second opportunity. Couldn't get it on goal, and the Giants will clear. But Hood did have to make a right pad save. Should have mentioned it's a 4-minute penalty to Mazden Leslie for that high stick. 17:30 still remaining in period 2, so we're early stages in the second. Giants, though, still in that first minor of the double minor. 2:30 remaining in the power play. Is Verhoff in? He's got Trembecki high slot, and he just missed the net on the blocker side. What a pass from Verhoff. Now Kipke across to Verhoff. Right circle. Down to Trembecki. Now Kipke from the blue line. Fakes the shot. Reschny left circle, and that's off of Hood. Behind the net, Lynn tried to get it to Middlestead, and Verhoff is there in deep to cut it off. Gets the puck back. Bame trying to backhand it to the far side. Now Kipke will find Reschny. And Reschny back to Kipke. Verhoff. A wrist shot, a stop rebound, and Trembecki just backhanded it wide of the goal. Kipke left point. Across to Verhoff once more. Top of the right circle. Trembecki from the corner. Off the boards. Back to Verhoff once more. Pass out of the reach of Reschny, but he gets it off the far boards. Skates to the corner. Trembecki. Verhoff at the point. 1:35 now remaining in the man advantage. Kipke will shoot. That's deflected, but stopped by Hood, who smothers it. We've played 3:38 in this second. It is still 4-0 thanks to a couple big stops from Burke Hood on the PK.
It's really, really hard for me to take my eyes off Keaton Verhoff, to be honest with you. The 16-year-old defenseman, that's the shot there. That's the one from the point that I think creates the whistle. But that number 18, he goes in deep. He'll go into the back wall. The 16-year-old big kid, great size, great puck handling, just a terrific hockey player.
And they have changed units, so it's Miskey and Wilson once more on this man advantage.
Miskey not a bad change on that power play.
Scott, Moore, and Lopanen are the forwards. Easy save there from Hood from the blue line. Looked like he was able to see it the whole way. As the Giants have 1:16 to go in this Freedom Mobile penalty kill.
By the way, Burke Hood came in yesterday's game, played 58 minutes, basically made 14 saves on 17 shots, so he was beaten 3 times. Save percentage was .824, and already he's been tested. I kind of thought to myself when he came in yesterday in relief, right into overtime, too. I mean, he had his plate full, but he handled it well.
Well, the Royals have 8 shots in the first 4 minutes of the second. I know they've been on a power play, but that's a lot of shots.
Man.
They're throwing everything. Maybe that was probably said by head coach James Patrick. Wilson down to the right corner, back to Wilson, goes Lopanen. Now a one-timer from Miskey. That's stopped by Hood. There is a rebound. Scott goes in front. Now Wilson moving into the slot and a shoulder save. Great one from Hood. The Brandon, Manitoba native, already 11 saves in not even 5 minutes.
And you watch how Tanner Scott gets this rebound, how quickly it comes back to the blue line of Cosmo Wilson. All right, it's going to go in there. There's going to be the save. Now watch how he's going to turn, and it's going to come right up to the point. And that's, again, Wilson taking the time and the space to go in deep. I think Scott does a super job right there of that pass back out to the blue line. Talked about getting it back to the blue line, extending it from low to high. Well, I'll tell you what, not many teams have done it better than this team you're seeing here tonight from Victoria. There's a race for the puck. Who's going to win that? Well, that just keeps it alive.
Verhoff does. He activates and pokes it free, and now Trembecki returns it to Verhoff. Reschny, top of the right circle for a different look now. Left circle, it's Kipke, and that stuff. There's another rebound. Hood is down. It's shot blocked in front, and Zimmer will clear it down the ice as the puck somehow stayed out.
Yeah, it did. And again, Reschny and Verhoff. But, you know, Reschny's so good, number 7, at being that forward who creates offense inside the opponent's zone on the blue line.
Yes, Macklin, Saskatchewan's Reschny with the entry in for Bame. Now trying to go back up to Verhoff. You will keep it alive, but Trembecki couldn't hold it in the zone. He'll have to go back for the puck and lost it to Zimmer. Here's Zimmer. He's got to step on Trembecki. A breakaway for Zimmer on the backhand, and he shot it wide. Oh, just missed on the glove side in transition. Quickly, it's Bame the other way. Trying to go wide on Lynn, and he closed that gap excellently. There's the Giants get the puck back in their own zone. Leslie out to Zimmer. Zimmer tried to feed it towards the middle for Oreskovic, but there's Fryer to break it up at the blue line. Gave it right back to Zimmer, who's then taken down, and that'll be called a delayed penalty. Tittle back into the zone. We'll peel back at the far boards. Tittle back to Middlestead. Left point. Down low for Oreskovic, right corner. Oreskovic, high slot. Here's Lipinski. Shot it over the net. And it's touched up by the Royals as the Giants do kill off the double minor bill. And then they draw a penalty as Zimmer is tripped up. It's a white spot power play.
You're going to have to make certain that this is successful. A good power play isn't going to do much for you. Again, you see Hood is busy around his own net. I think when this puck ends up, was it on Zimmer's stick or was it on Schmidt's? And he got his feet moving right away. Again, all that's traffic around the net, but the penalty was drawn, and Vancouver on the power play.
Here's Schmidt from the right circle, just missed Leslie. Oh, and he couldn't get it to go as it banked off the end boards, and he couldn't get a shot on net. Lynn back to Leslie again, left circle, trying to feed it to Schmidt. It's too hot for him to handle. Pass in the air, and now Matthews will get the clear as his pass missed Lopanen, but it goes the length of the ice.
I got that right, 12 one-shots on goal this period?
Yes. So the Giants need to, at the very least, get some chances. A dump and change direction. It went right through the crease. Hood was behind the net, anticipating that dump. Now Lipinski for Schmidt, and he'll just play it behind the Royals' net. Race for the puck. Verhoff bumped by Haliburton, who gets it to the blue line. Lynn holds it in, and then it's given away. Scott will bank it up and down the ice. 13:20 remaining in period 2. Giants entered this period down 4-0, and that is the same score that we currently have. Giants have another 55 seconds to go on their first white spot power play. Good entry. Levis to Zimmer, and his shot from the right wing just missed the goal. It'll come all the way out and down into the Giant zone.
You know, that's the toughest part of a penalty kill, when you have a rush into the offensive zone and the rush ends up being shot the other way.
Roberts now trying to do it himself as he carries in, forced to the corner, and gets it up to Tittleback. So the Giants are now set up. Far boards, it's Tyson Zimmer. Did have one of those 6 goals in regulation yesterday for the Giants. His made it 6-5. Levis, left corner for Thorpe. He had a pair yesterday, his 13th and 14th of the season. Tittleback. Levis now left point for Roberts. Right circle. Zimmer will fire. It's blocked. Right back to him, though. 10 seconds to go in the man advantage. Roberts to Levis. Holds on left circle. Back to Roberts up top. Roberts to Levis. Levis will shoot. It's blocked and slapped down the ice by Nate Miskey. Out of the box is Burlock. We are back to 5-on-5. In his own zone off the shin pad of Tittleback, given away to Matthews. Couldn't get a shot off. And Vancouver will get the puck back in their own zone. Lynn head up looking for an outlet. And Tittleback couldn't corral that puck. Wilson from his own blue line for Victoria. Can't connect there. And now Leslie for Vancouver. Picking up speed as he heads in offside of the Giants. With 11:47 to go in the second, we'll take our media timeout. It is still a 4-0 Royals lead on White Spot. Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
I love these playdates with the kids. But how did one glass of wine turn into 3? I was only going to have 1. Day-to-day pressures can contribute to increased drinking among women. Talking about it can help.
Hey, Jill. You've had a few drinks, and I know you've got a lot on your plate right now. Why don't you and the kids stay for dinner, and afterwards we can talk?
Drunk driving is a woman's issue, too. Learn how to reduce the risk at changetheconversation.ca.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or pickles and syrup.
Is that a thing?
PB&J. Pickles and syrup!
Oh, boy.
This is number 4 for your Vancouver Giants, Ryan Lynn from Richmond, BC, and you're listening to White Spot Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. It is a lopsided score so far here on New Year's Day at the LEC. The Giants trailing Victoria 4-0 midway through period number 2, 11:35 to go. It rolls in on the Giants net, and Burke Hood will pounce on that and cover it.
This whole sequence that just played out in front of us here, nothing pretty about it. But did you see Victoria just keep, moving the puck up the ice in traffic, tapping it with your stick, nothing fancy. Where did it end up? It ended up on the Vancouver Giant goal, and that's where the faceoff is going to be.
It was 4-0 after one period of play. If you're just joining us here, we welcome in viewers watching on the Western Hockey League's YouTube stream for a Wednesday night in the dub. 4 goals in that first period, 3 on the power play for the Royals. Bain has a pair. Hayden Moore also scoring for Victoria. And the other goal scorer, Taden Trambecki, is 19th of the season as a puck battle in the near corner in the Giant zone. Comes free to Morelli, and now Olsen will get it out for Caden Kale. Hustling away, trying to chip it past Young, and does. He'll have to continue along. It rolls to the far corner. Given away behind the net. Morelli got in the way there. Tried to feed it in front and could not. Young is in the way.
Nathan, incredible checking by this Victoria team. It's really amazing. And that's the 6 shots on goal for Vancouver halfway through this hockey game is an indication of how successful, determined that group is to play without the puck.
They have it right now. Pickford from just outside the zone will play it behind the Giants net and head off on a change. Colby Gapter waits behind the Vancouver goal. Middlestead now accelerates out of his own zone and plays it into the Royals and can't connect though with Lipinski. And beating out the icing is Bain. First to it, number 6 for Victoria. Absorbs a hit now. Trambecki on the far wall, wrapped up by Lipinski. Giants working in their own zone, and Lipinski will get the puck out for Hoylett. And Hoylett chips it past the defenseman Kipke. Areskovic in on the forecheck. Hoylett. And nor he nor Areskovic can get to it. Reschny there in support, and he will start out. Reschny for Justin Kipke, the defenseman leading the rush, drops it to Trambecki, back to Kipke, bottom of the circle, in front, and a pat save, beauty from Hood, but they score on the rebound. Cole Reschny. His 12th goal of the season is the one to put it home. It's 5-0 Victoria midway through the second.
That play started where, Nate? All the way back in the Victoria zone with great checking. This is where it ends up. Watch the touches. That's 3 touches. It gets on the net. You get inside position, and you're able to tap it past the goaltender. This is Reschny. Reschny with such good awareness to know where the puck is, know where he's going to put it. Takes a little poke at the guy who knocked him down, and it's 5-0. Nate, 35-6 shots on goal. I can't get over that.
He had too many whacks. How many opportunities did he get at that rebound? But you're right, it started not only from the Royals themselves, it was Reschny himself who started that play
exactly
from his own zone.
Right, just inside the circle.
Yeah. Off the glass and out. Leslie steps up on his man Newman, but here's Scott to carry in right wing. Feeds it behind the net. Zimmer trying to cut it off, and he gets it to Ryan Lynn. The Giants rookie connects with Halliburton through neutral ice now. He'll just slide it past Verhoff. Lynn is there in the offensive zone in the near corner, and the Royals will skate it out. It'll be Moore for Newman. 2-on-2 for the Royals. Newman in right wing, and a low shot well wide of the net. Here's Cameron Schmidt with speed out of his own zone. A 2-on-2 for the Giants. Schmidt in right wing, holding on to it and fanned on the pass from the corner. Now Zimmer is knocked down behind the net by Fryer.
See, when you lost the puck there, how quickly you don't get a second chance at it? Victoria picked it up from the Schmidt area. He fanned on that puck twice, actually. Very quickly, the Royals get the puck.
Icing waved off on Victoria. Stewart in on the forecheck on Colton Roberts, and he tried to center. Roberts got in the way. Now they'll continue to fight for that puck at the far corner. Matthews will poke it behind the Giants' goal. Lopinen trying to get there ahead of Tittleback. And a good bump there from Roberts, but Stewart keeps going. Puck comes to the right side. Fryer will step up, and an easy glove save from Hood. 8:14 to go in this second period. Only goal in this middle frame is Cole Reschny, his 12th of the season. I mean, this is a player who's just had his 100th career point already. This is his 98th game. He came in with 101 career points, and so he's got a couple today, making 103. That's pretty good for a 17-year-old to be at a point per game through 100 career games.
Yeah, his coach said that he didn't think there was a 16-year-old in the Western Hockey League last year who played a bigger role than Cole Reschny did for this team. Very good compliment for the youngster last year, and he's taking it right into his 17-year-old year as well.
His draft year, as the Giants could stretch pass, Middlestead in right wing for Olsen, and a pad save. There's a rebound. Kale couldn't whack it on net. Puck bouncing behind the goal, now right corner. Kale trying to lift the stick. Olsen's in there as well. Going to work in the offensive zone. Olsen battles now with Pickford. In comes the third Royal against two Giants there, the far corner. Off the boards, and Denileko will continue to battle for Victoria. Chipped in from center, though, by Olsen. They'll start a change up front. Shot around hard by Kipke. Out to neutral ice. Spurlock will play it further deep into the Giants' territory. Lynn patiently waiting as both teams continue a change. And Lynn's pass partially broken up, but here's Lipinski. His pass through the middle picked off by Trembecki, and he will just loft it into the far corner. Lynn has a man right on him in Reschny. Lipinski lifts the stick of Trembecki and starts out of his own zone across the ice. He finds Mazden Leslie. Enter off the rush from the left side. Throws it low on goal. Lipinski is there first in the near corner. Trying to start a cycle for Reskovic, sorry. It comes free to Hoylett, left circle. Moves into the middle and scores! Giants get one. A beautiful goal from London Hoylett. His second of the season, but sure didn't look like that with that finish. What a goal.
Yeah, there's a lot of untapped music in this guy right here, although he is a musician. But, you know, there are some prospects that you see that you have an offensive upside that he hasn't been tapped into. And this is him right here. This is some of the offense that we're seeing in a guy that takes the puck, skates it to the right spot, and then releases that shot right there. Again, a 19-year-old, but I do think there's something there. We've said that a number of times. He can't, I mean, sure, he's a great energy guy, but there's some skill there. And somebody's going to tap into that before that kid's career is over in the game of hockey.
Well, the Giants have won, and again, it's still a huge battle to come back, but can they build off this momentum? Now they're in their own zone. Roberts trying to stay with Tanner Scott. Moore's in there for Victoria's. Howell is for the Giants, and Schmidt will chip it up the ice down into the Royal zone. Will it be an icing? No, they wave it off. Verhoff behind the goal for Wilson up the far side boards. And Moore will whack it out to center. Roberts is there for the Giants. They'll go D to Howell in his own zone. As the Royals get in a change. Deflected in by Zimmer to negate the icing. Halliburton hustling it on the forward check. We got 5:55 remaining in period 2. 5-1 Victoria out in front. Deflected in by Matthews. As falling behind the net was Hood. Luckily the puck goes to the far corner. And Giants will chip it up and out. Gapter with the clear. And almost given away by Young at the defensive blue line. But Lopanen's there for Victoria. Fryer will carry up ice. Now chips it in. Gapter behind the net. Hood lost his stick when he fell behind the net, so he doesn't have one as it comes up to the left point for Young. Young, the 5'9" defenseman, tried to wrist one through. It was blocked. And Gapter now from the corner. To the opposite side, Middlestead has to hustle, pinching his Fryer aggressively. As he holds it in, keeps it alive. Puck will come for Matthews, and he couldn't get a shot off. Gapter getting in the way. Now Matthews gets it right corner. Caleb Matthews trying to start a cycle. He goes right corner for Lopanen. Spins off the check of Gapter. Backhands one in front. Middlestead broke it up. Hood can't cover it, though. As it comes to the near boards, now Morelli will chip it up and out of trouble. Hood hopefully can go get his stick as it rolls. Yes, he will, into the Victoria end. Matthews now will carry in right wing. Pickford throws it on goal, steered into the corner by Hood. And Pickford Again, still in the Giant zone on the far side. Gapter's crunched by Burlock, and Royals get the puck back. Danileko to the right point. Here's Miskey. A wrist shot stopped by Hood, looking for the rebound. Puck is loose outside the crease. He makes another save. It's under his blocker. He's got it. 4:20 to go in the second. That's certainly the pushback you want if you're Victoria. After the Giants make it 5-1, we're going to take our media timeout. 4:20 to go in the second. It is 5-1 Royals. You're tuned to White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Hey, HVAC and plumbing pros, ready to power up your projects? Visit your nearest Wolseley branch and speak with our knowledgeable associates about how we can help. With top brands available, we're your go-to source for quality products that keep your projects running smoothly. We're here to make your projects simple, successful, and sustainable. That's one more reason to work with Wolseley. Visit WolseleyExpress.com to find a branch near you. That's WolseleyExpress.com.
Hey, Halford, what's a hockey player's favorite car? Anything with a stick.
Did you get AI to write that for you, bruv?
Never mind. Advances in tech aren't all bad, like lighter and more aerodynamic sticks.
You're not wrong. The same could be said about Vancouver Honda. Their sleek, aerodynamic design vehicles reduce drag and improve fuel efficiency.
They're also known for their state-of-the-art customer center and top-tier maintenance services.
Now, that's something AI can't do.
Vancouver Honda, Vancouver's premier multilingual destination for Honda customers, online at vancouverhonda.com.
This is number 23 for your Vancouver Giants, Brett Olson from Spruce Grove, Alberta, and you're listening to White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center for White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650 and on WHL Live. Giants trailing the Victoria Royals 5-1 as Leslie tried to spring Tittle back, but the goaltender Krause came out to play it away from him. And now the Royals will accelerate out of their own zone. Pickford with speed in right side, puts on the brakes as he works the boards and feeds it to the corner. Burlock, stick is tied up by Lynn. And Leslie now up the boards for Tittleback. A couple of Royals are there, but Leslie behind the goal, he finds Ryan Lynn. Thorpe in his own zone. The Canadians draft pick will play it up and out the middle. As Miskey has a man on him in Tittleback. Hard off the glass. It hit the linesman, though. Giants tag up as they enter now in left side. Leslie tripped up by the stick of Reschny. That's going to get called. So, Giants go to a White Spot power play here. Just their second of the game. They're 0 for 1 so far, but in a game where the Royals have 3 power play goals, maybe that challenges the Giants. They need one here, down 5-1.
You know, when you look at the statistics as far as a penalty is concerned, coming into tonight's game, both of these teams have been shorthanded 124 times. That's interesting in terms of being 16th and 18th. And the Victoria Royals have given up 33 power play goals against coming in tonight, and Vancouver 34. So very, very similar on the penalty kill situation. But so far tonight, really the Victoria Royals have dominated that special team category with 3 power play goals.
Yeah, 3 for 5. They were 3 for 3 to start. This is just the Giants' second man advantage. White Spot power play begins. They win the faceoff. Halliburton to the blue line. Lynn quarterbacking this unit. Left circle. Leslie looking for a tip, and Lipinski was tied up. Now Schmidt leads the team with 9 power play markers, including one yesterday. Lynn to Leslie, left circle. Down to the goal line. Halliburton trying to take it in front. He feeds it back to Leslie. His path was blocked. Lynn left point. Now right circle at Schmidt. Looking in front, it's deflected. Puck is loose in the slot area. Lipinski, and that was a whack that missed by a fair margin. Schmidt will hold it in, though. Fires it down to Leslie from the near side. And Lipinski couldn't handle the pass from Leslie. It comes out only as far as center. Lynn will knock it down. Giants still have the puck, but they'll have to break in and get things set up once more. Schmidt feeds it. Here's Lipinski, right circle, and he'll peel back. Although his stick tied up now by Newman. He tried to set it up, but aggressive are the Royals right now. 3 players all along the boards on the penalty kill against 3 Giants.
And Lipinski, when he peeled back, it was no contest.
There's someone right in his face.
Somebody right there, exactly.
It was Reggie Newman.
Yeah, 20-year-old. What do you season he's having, too?
Lynn to the right side. Here's Tittleback. Working in and couldn't get a shot off. He had a step there, but stick was lifted at the last second.
Can't find the lane. You just can't find the lane to take it to the net.
40 seconds remaining on the White Spot power play. Tanner Scott for Victoria will get out of his own zone and carries in, weaves to the far side, and now he'll take it back outside the zone, but he gave it away. So now the Giants will move up ice. Here's Thorpe with the entry left wing side on his backhand. Thorpe stops in the corner. And to Zimmer. Giants are set up on the power play. Roberts from the blue line and caught by Kraus. Giants set a little bit of traffic in front. That could have been something.
Yeah, you know what? The traffic was there, but the problem was the goalie saw the puck all the way. You can have traffic in front of the net, and we talked about this in the pregame show. To beat Kraus, you got to get traffic in front. Look at, I mean, that's a wide open gap between the two Vancouver Giants there that Kraus says, you know what, I see that all the way. The only way that could have made a difference if somebody would have got their stick on it by reaching in and deflecting it.
They do win the faceoff. 17 seconds to go in the man advantage. Giants down 5-1. They need to score here at the end of the second period. 1:48 to go in this second. Roberts along the outside, down behind the goal for Thorpe. Back to Roberts, left half wall. Levis, left point. Zimmer from the right side. His low shot comes to Levis. Now a one-timer from Roberts is blocked. Oh, a huge block there from Cosmo Wilson. He can't clear, though. Levis will hold it in. We're back to 5-on-5, and, oh boy, I think the Giants have taken a penalty.
That's a signal right there, folks. You lead that player to the penalty box as a referee, and is Thorpe going to take a seat?
Yeah, roughing.
You know that Cosmo Wilson block? He knew that he was the only one in between him and the empty net because the goaltender, Jaden Krause was off to the side. He knew he had to block that or it's going in the net. Sold out beautifully.
So it is now the Royals power play going back to work. So a Freedom Mobile penalty kill for the Vancouver Giants. Power play for Victoria is 3 for 5 so far today. It will be split up, unless they score, of course, but there's about a 30-second difference between the penalty clock and the period clock. 1:08 remaining in this second period. The power play just underway. Reschny got the entry, left it for Trambecki. Now here's Verhoff at the right point. The right shot, 6'4" defenseman. Kipke from the left side. Left corner, it's Reschny now. He's got a goal and an assist, the 17-year-old. Verhoff, top of the right circle. He'll move in. He's got a man in the slot at Bain, but his shot was off the stick of Lynn. Goes to the far corner. And Lipinski now disrupted. Maybe a chance shorthanded for the Giants as Leslie will start up. Lipinski heads to the net. And Leslie tried to feed it to him. Knocks it out of the air to backhander. Stopped. A big save from Kraus. The Giants made that a 2-on-1 despite some good back checking from Victoria. Now they have odd numbers. Bain tried to go across to Trambecki and the pass over his stick. Will hold it in the zone though. Kipke moves down the left wall. Now to Reschny. 15 seconds to go in the period. Reschny, Verhoff, right point. And he doesn't like what he sees as he circles back. Opens up again. Now to Kipke on the right side boards. 2 seconds to go. He'll shoot it. It's blocked by Howell. That will do it for 40 minutes, although we might get a little bit of extracurriculars. As Leslie grabbed a hold, captain on captain there. Leslie grabbed a hold of Justin Kipke, but so far, Bill, I guess it's been a bit of a clinic. 5-1 Victoria after 40 minutes. The shots,
well said,
38-12.
Yeah, it's been extremely clinical. They're just not out of position. There just isn't a spot that you can expose on the ice where you can find to make a play. I mean, we talked about Lipinski turned. Bang, loses a puck. Somebody else has got the puck, want to look to somebody to get it to, can't get it. It's very, very difficult. That's a very good Victoria team tonight.
We'll head to break, but just before we go, I just want to know how much credit this is, the way they play their system. We talked about James Patrick, but for those, tuning in, people might not know that, James Patrick was a first-round pick of the Rangers. Just as a player, he had quite a career, Rangers, Flames, Sabres. And he was on some really good teams. He was on the Canada Cup team, was a Canada Cup champion, and he's coached in this league for a long time, previously with the Winnipeg Ice, and now
Kootenay. He had 2 years in Kootenay when he was a Kootenay Ice coach. He was Winnipeg for 4 seasons. Obviously he's been anybody's got an open coaching job is always looking for a guy like James Patrick. In fact, he turned down some pretty good opportunities last year in this league. Keep in mind, we played 3 and 2. We played 5 periods. There's only been the one where his team played, it got away from him. All right? So 4 out of 5, they've been pretty strong. So,
but it was the third yesterday. There wasn't.
I mean,
is this the point where we say again, you never know?
Hope lives eternal, or what's the saying? I mean, you think it can happen, and again, I'm not going to say nothing. But, last night, like I said, they kind of revived the corpse. There was no question about that. I thought it was over after 2 periods of play. I'm not going to say anything tonight. But you're going to have to get a big effort in terms of your style. You've got to break down that structure. And you know what? That system that they played for 40 minutes, give them credit, that deters a player's will. It tests your will so much because it's so hard to get to where you want to go. 12 shots on goal.
We will now step aside. We'll come back with the scoring summary as it's a 5-1 Victoria Royals lead on the Vancouver Giants after 40 minutes of play. Stay with us. You're tuned into White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How's it sharp? How's it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf with 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour. Split into 6 teams. Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Catch the inaugural TGL match January 7th, only on Sportsnet. Stream on Sportsnet Plus. Keep up. It's golf.
Sportsnet 650 and Barnside Brewing have dropped the gloves on a new pale ale that's perfect for hockey season. The brand new 5 for Fighting Hazy Pale Ale. Designed to elevate every moment with its crisp, refreshing profile. 4-packs available now at Barnside Brewing, participating retail locations, or on tap at your local pub. Visit sportsnet.ca/650 for a full list of locations. The 5 for Fighting Hazy Pale from Sportsnet 650 and Barnside Brewing, participating pubs and retailers. Download the Barnside app now.
Hey, HVAC and plumbing pros, ready to power up your projects? Visit your nearest Wolseley branch and speak with our knowledgeable associates about how we can help. With top brands available, we're your go-to source for quality products that keep your projects running smoothly. We're here to make your projects simple, successful, and sustainable. That's one more reason to work with Wolseley. Visit WolseleyExpress.com to find a branch near you. That's WolseleyExpress.com.
Cold feet? I'm not talking about relationships, but skiing and snowboarding can be really hard on some people. If you suffer from constantly cold feet, you should come see us at the Destination in North Vancouver. We alter boots for better circulation, but we also stock Intuition liners, another famous family business in Vancouver. The warmest liners on the market. They will help tremendously, and they're super comfortable. I'm Paul Zirk from the Destination, inviting you to warmer feet. Book an appointment now at thedestination.ca.
You're listening to the Vancouver Giants intermission on Sportsnet 650, Vancouver's home of hockey.
Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. We're going to run through the scoring summary because it is not going the Vancouver Giants' way so far, but this is the Kintec Footwear and Orthotics scoring summary. Kintec is the footwear and orthotics provider for your Vancouver Giants. A 4-0 Victoria lead after just 20 minutes of play. That was in the first, so again, we'll just run through that. Hayden Moore is 7th on the power play. 7th goal of the season on a power play, 7:57 in. Then Bame a few minutes later, his 10th, also on a power play, 2-0 Victoria. Caden Trambecki makes it 3-0 Victoria with a power play goal a few minutes later. And then before the period is done, Bame gets his second off the rush on a 2-on-1. 4-0 Royals after 20 minutes of play. In the second, Bill, they added to their lead. They made it 5-0. And it was young Cole Reschny, who I actually saw when he was 12. I saw him a long time ago at an international tournament. He was playing for Saskatchewan. It was like provincial. And you knew right away. It was like this kid had something just the way he thought. Because if we're honest, Reschny's skating is not his strength.
Exactly.
He's not a burner like Schmidt. But he's so good at so many other things, and here he makes it 5-0.
Yeah, he does. And I said it during the game that he's been used last year as a 16-year-old in a position that most 16-year-olds never get put in. But you're right. He started to play in his own end, got the puck with his line mates, got it in the offensive zone. The scramble, he's the guy that finds it. Bame and Kipke with the assist, 10-12, 5-0 Victoria.
Giants do get their first of the game, and hopefully first of, we'll see, first of many. You never know based off yesterday, but London Hoylitz what a goal it was. His second of the season made it 5-1.
Yeah, the puck's along the boards in the offensive zone around the hash marks, and Lipinski's got it in a battle with it. I think Leslie is the guy that put it there anyway. They get it to Hoylett. Hoylett with a great move, taking that puck with power from the boards into the face-off circle towards the front of the net, and a good quick shot. His only his second of the season. Our play of the period is all we got for you. Sounded like this.
Trying to start a cycle for Tittleback, or Reschny, sorry. It comes free to Hoylett, left circle, moves into the middle, and scores! Giants get one. A beautiful goal from London Hoylett. His second of the season, but sure didn't look like that with that finish. What a goal. Remember the goal he scored last year in the playoffs? Goal against Everett. In Everett, he just one-on-one dangled the defender. Like Hoylett, I know the numbers aren't there, but some of his goals have been absolutely fantastic.
Well, like I said, there's something there that hasn't been untapped yet, and hopefully it's not too late. As a 19-year-old, this second half of this season could make all the difference. And then obviously as a 20-year-old, he'd be in the mix for next year.
5-1 Victoria after 40 minutes. That's the Kintec Footwear and Orthotics scoring summary after 40 minutes of play. Kintec, the footwear and orthotics provider for your Vancouver Giants. The shots in that second were 18-7 for Victoria, so they are still comfortably ahead. Yes, the Giants came back from 4 yesterday, but the flow of the game very different than today. Yesterday after 40, the shots were 17-14 for Victoria. Today they're 38-12 for the Royals. We'll send it down to Justin Morissette after a quick break right here on White Spot, Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Vision's Electronics' legendary Boxing Day sale is here. You'll find incredible Boxing Day deals store-wide with savings up to 85%. TVs, home audio, appliances and headphones, car audio to car starters, laptops, and more. And we'll beat any advertised price in Canada, guaranteed. Plus, you'll save even more when you pick up in store. Vision's Electronics' legendary Boxing Day sale is here. See all the deals at visions.ca.
At Freeway Mazda, it's not enough to just sell incredible cars. Of course, it starts with the fantastic vehicles, but it's their amazing prices, stellar reputation, and transparent, no hidden fees approach that make them the best. There's simply no better place to buy a Mazda. That's why consumers have voted Freeway the best Mazda dealership in Canada 4 years in a row. Freeway Mazda, located in Guildford on the corner of 104th Avenue and 154th Street. Freeway Mazda, where we deliver excitement.
For weddings, corporate events, Christmas parties, or intimate celebrations, Culinary Experience meets impeccable service with 5-star catering. Their professional team will work with you to craft a menu that fits all your preferences, using the finest locally sourced and sustainable ingredients available. Choose to host in one of 5-star's elegant on-site venues or a picturesque off-site location, and let them create a seamless and stress-free experience for you and your guests. Start creating unforgettable memories at 5starcatering.com.
If you're looking out for that special sports fan or collector on your holiday season gift list, the elves at Pastime Sports and Games have the largest selection of trading cards and sports memorabilia this side of the North Pole. Feel the excitement of the season with great deals on trading cards, framed photos, apparel, and tabletop games at Pastime in Langley, Burnaby Metrotown, Guildford Town Center in Surrey, and Capilano Mall in North Vancouver. Or shop online at pastimesports.ca.
How about now? Nope. But you can say late fall. Instead of winter? Oh, I'm still not ready for that. But you should be. Hey, it's Jeff, owner of Turn 3 Autosport. Now's the time to get your vehicle ready for late fall. Thank you. Experience an exceptional alternative to the dealer and book your service appointment today. Our team's passion and commitment will have you wondering why you didn't visit us sooner.
Turn 3 Autosport, born out of a passion. In Langley and at turn3autosport.com.
On January 8th, the heroes of Chicago Med, Fire, and PD are back. Chicago Wednesday. New episodes return January 8th on City TV or stream it on City TV Plus. Law and Order Thursday on City TV.
I'm not asking you to trust the system. I'm asking you to trust me.
I have an obligation to make this city safe.
New episodes return January 16th on City TV or stream it on City TV Plus.
You're listening to the Vancouver Giants intermission on Sportsnet 650, Vancouver's home of hockey.
Welcome back inside the banquet hall here at the Langley Event Center, where after 40 minutes, just like they did yesterday in the provincial capital of Victoria, the Giants find themselves trailing by 4 goals with just 20 minutes left to play in regulation. Justin Morissette with you at the intermission here on White Spot Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650, joined once again by Province Sports scribe Steve Ewan. And Steve,
thank you for having me again.
I said it earlier in the first intermission.
Right where they want them.
Exactly. They've done it before. They can do it again. No, this is a very different-looking Royals side today, and I think the shots tell the tale of that. We, of course, said that Victoria fired 20 shots on Vancouver's net in that opening frame, which matched their 65-minute total from the day before, but they piled on another 18 in that middle frame. They look very determined to close this one out in a way they were not able to yesterday.
They came in looking to get even. Vancouver, I thought, would come out with momentum, and they've had trouble getting any sort of traction. So yesterday was strange. The only thing stranger will be doing it back to back.
To do it again.
So but that's,
it's possible. I didn't think it was going to happen yesterday, and 20 minutes in the WHL is a lot of time to work with.
It's a massive ask, and they're going to have to get a goal early and really get some confidence.
Now, I have you back with me here again in the second intermission because we didn't have a ton of time in the first, and this next week, not just for the Giants, but right across the CHL as a whole, is going to be huge. And the Vancouver Giants were very active on the trade front last season heading towards the CHL deadline. They had a lot of work to do. Barclay Parnetta kind of went to work and sort of reoriented his entire forward group. He has a lot less work to do this time around, some might say, but the moves that might need to come here in the next 7 days, while there might be fewer of them to make, seem much larger and more significant in scope.
He's going to have to find a way to get older and more experienced, more playoff tough, and he's going to have to find a way to keep pucks out of his net, be it with bringing in a high-end defenseman, bringing in a goalie. I think that's, the numbers are the numbers. So whether they've missed out on there's been a couple goalie trades that they weren't involved in. I don't know if there's another goalie on the market that they can get. That's going to be the challenge, and he's got until next Thursday to do it.
It seems as though the team has wanted to let one of these young goalies, and look, this is often a league where your starter who carries the load in net is a 19 or 20-year-old player, and these are young guys. We're looking at a goaltending tandem where Matty Hutchison is 18 and Burke Hood is 17. They've wanted to give these guys the opportunity to grab the reins, and it's kind of curious to see how late they're going to leave that move. If they do decide to go out and make a change on the back end, there's a lot of games to be played here over the next 8 days before that deadline as well.
Yeah, and I think there's been there's been nights where the goaltending hasn't been good enough, but there's been nights where the defense hasn't been good enough, and there's been nights where I think they've lacked some veteran leadership. I think there's multiple questions about the team and how he spends what capital he has to answer those questions is going to be up to Barclay. And at the end of the day, the fact is we're going to gauge this team on how far it gets into the spring. That's always been the answer here. This has been a team that, had to get into get into the playoffs and probably has to win around to consider this season some sort of positive. So
a success, a step forward.
Yeah, a step forward. Yeah, I think that's always been the goal was to move the story along. So how Barclay comes up with a plan to do it, I think the clock's ticking on him.
Well, a busy week for the general managers, of course. Lots of ringing phones with moves in the hopper ahead of the trade deadline, which, again, folks, is 8 days from today, Thursday, January 9th.
Not the normal January 10th because of the Friday.
Yes. So I believe it's in the mid-afternoon
2 o'clock,
Pacific time.
Pacific, yes.
And we will see. It's going to be a busy one, not just for the GMs. I was going to say for the reporters as well.
Yes.
Because I've been watching them, folks. Steve Ewan.
He's been working it.
He's working those phones, trying to get to the bottom of some
figure out where we're doing.
Currently in the cooker.
What's going on?
As it were. And I always enjoy getting to spend a little time in the cooker with the great Steve Ewan.
Thanks so much.
Giants down by 4 after 40 minutes. 20 minutes left to play. Can they score 4 and force overtime for a second consecutive game taking on the Victoria Royals in a New Year's home and home. We don't have long to find out. One more break and third period action is just around the corner with Nathan Cantor and Bill Wilms. I'm Justin Morissette. This is the second intermission of White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Vancouver's favorite hockey team is back on the ice, and so too are the kids along with us grown-up grinders. If you're skating, Dunbar Lumber at Ladner Center is the place to go for the best skate sharpening on the coast. Steve and the rest of the Dunbar team have the top-of-the-line machinery and know-how to customize your blades of steel to meet your on-ice needs. Visit Dunbar Lumber at Ladner Center today and get your edge work maximized. For more information, check out dunbarlumber.com.
Touchdowns, one-timers, home runs, and knockouts. The Clayton Public House is your home for sports. Don't miss a second of the action on one of their 15 screens and 2 giant projectors. Mondays, check out all-day happy hour. And on Wednesdays, rip into $1 crab legs. Good food, good people, good times. And not a bad seat to be found. Get your table early at the Clayton Public House, 188th Street and Highway 10 in Surrey, and theclaytonpub.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Cooper, owner of Power West Industries. For over 50 years, Power West has been the trusted name in generator rentals and sales across British Columbia. From standby to emergency power, we've kept BC's lights on through every challenge. Whether you need a generator for a small or a major project, our team has the expertise and experience to power through it. We offer top-tier service and a wide selection of new and used generators. Don't get caught in the dark when it matters most. Visit us at powerwest.ca today. We'll keep the lights on.
You're listening to Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650, Vancouver's home of hockey. Here's Nathan Cantor.
Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. A White Spot, Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650 and on WHL Live. Nathan Cantor alongside Bill Wilms, my trusted partner here, as things have not gone the Giants' way thus far. We begin the third, Bill, and it's a uphill battle yet again. 5-1 Royals lead. Dare I say, all you need to start is one?
Yeah, I know you do, but you better hope for a miracle.
Yeah.
Although we looked at that yesterday in Victoria. I mean, I don't know. I can't predict.
Yeah. Can you do it twice in a row? Well, we'll see.
But you need more than 12 shots on goal, of which maybe how many were chances?
And we'll start with a partial power play still for Victoria to begin this third period. Giants getting left to right. The Royals are forced outside the zone. Kipke back for the puck. Royals are in their white jerseys today. For those just joining us, white with blue and black trim. Giants in their black alternate jerseys with beige, gold, I guess, and red trim. As Kipke from the high slot launched it over the net. As out of the box is Thorpe. Does Halliburton see him? And it's cut off at center by Verhoff. He intercepted that pass. And now Royals right back in left side. Trembecki slides it to the corner. Bame will now chop it to the right side. Reschny is there first. And good play from Thorpe to poke it free, although he's beaten to the puck by Kipke in the Royals zone. Now Giants will regroup. It's Lynn. D-to-D for the captain, Leslie. Up the middle, Levis chips it to the far corner. Tittleback trying to get there first. Shot around the far boards. Newman knocks it down, bumps it to the middle. And more now to Scott. More in off the stick of Newman. Lynn is there first, has a couple of Royals on him behind the Giants' net. Scott tried to feed it to the blue line, but not enough on that feed. And Tittleback will get it out. Race for the puck. Levis trying to whack it. And he forces Young into his own zone. Young has it. And up the right side now, Newman. Cross ice for Scott, trying to get past Lynn, and he caught him, so Lynn will just whack it deep. Gapter back for it, has more right on him. Now Tittleback in his own zone. And he gets the return feed from Levis as he picks up speed. Tittleback, worked on by Verhoff, who just leaned on him, and the Royals have it in their own zone. We played 2 minutes in this third period. Still a 5-1 Royals lead. They're leading comfortably on the scoreboard and on the shot clock. Shots on goal 38-12 as we begin this third period, so no shots so far in the third. Wilson D-to-D for Verhoff. Up the far boards, now deflected in by Lopinen to negate the icing. Giants did come back. If you're wondering why we said maybe start with one, it was a 6-2 lead for Victoria yesterday on home ice, and they blew it as the Giants came all the way back, tied at 6-6, and then won 7-6 in a shootout. The first goal yesterday in the third, should mention, it took several minutes. Schmidt made it 6-3 yesterday, about 6 minutes or so into the third, as the Royals now are offside. 17-19 to go in the third. Nothing going really so far early in period 3.
No, and from a Giants standpoint, you got a lot of problem solving to do. This is one skill that players often have that others don't, is they're able to solve what's going on. It's not always what the coach says. It's look, hey, you're out there on your own. You haven't got a ton of help. You got to make some decisions. And right now, with a 5-1 lead and 38-12 shots on goal, honestly, there hasn't been a whole lot of problem solving that the Victoria Royals have had to do. They've been right on just about everything.
Zimmer came in on the left wing, got a low shot off, but a stick save from Krause, and the Royals get the clear. Race for the puck. Burlock beats Howell to it down the far side. Stops, looks for his options, plays it down to the corner. And it comes up to the point. Right side, Verhoff. Now here's Wilson moving in left circle. Glove save. There's a rebound scooped up by Halliburton defensively. That's a nice stretch pass. Here's Schmidt in right wing. He'll fire over the goal. As he snapped that one. Had a lot of velocity, but couldn't hit the net. And now Lynn, delayed offside on the Giants as he pounded that one in from center. Bame now will start out. Loses the puck in neutral ice. Lipinski, fresh off the bench. He enters in right up the middle and a glove save. There's a big rebound, and it comes out between the two Giants defensemen. It'll go all the way down the ice. It will be an icing on Victoria, so they can't change. I hope we get a look up this Schmidt chance. I don't think it missed by much.
Well, you're going to see that puck.
There's a different one.
Yeah, there's a different one there. That's a rebound. And again, how quickly do the Victoria Royals get to the spot where they insulate Jaden Krause, their goaltender? We talked about Krause, too. I mean, how hot he is coming into tonight's game. .935 save percentage.
Here's Hoylett. Always pass from the right circle is behind Leslie. It's the Oreskovic, Hoylett, and Lipinski line right now for Vancouver, trying to get something going. They've been really good during the Giants' 4-game winning streak that the Giants are trying to prevent from ending. Lipinski partially blocked a clearing attempt, but now Verhoff gets it out to Trambecki. Oreskovic from his own blue line. As a man up the far side, he's got Lipinski. And now Hoylett. Left wing, and Reschny battles for that puck and wins it. Plays it to the near corner for Seth Fryer. Braden Bame will hustle out of his own zone, working on a 2-goal afternoon. The 20-year-old throws it back door, and Reschny didn't fire. Now plays it up to Young from the blue line. Shot blocked, and now his second attempt goes wide of the net. His hood was interfered with in front of the net. He gets back up. The puck was away from him. No call. As Gapter will get to center and shoot that one into the Royals zone. Young quickly out. A feed out to Reschny. Drops it behind him, left side for Trambecki. Tried to get it in front, and off the stick of Tittlebach. That'll go behind the net. Battle for the puck. Newman, working down low with Trambecki, and Tittlebach will get it up the far side for Levis. Now to Tittlebach. The Czechia product will pick up speed. One-on-one on Kipke down the near side. And curls back, now absorbs a hit, feeds it down low for Thorpe. Giants trying to go to work in down low, which is where this line has been very good. Although it's shot down the ice. It'll be an icing on Victoria. Scott with the clear. How important is it, Bill? I mean, especially when bodies are going to change. I was going to say this line, Levis, Thorpe, they got to work the puck down low with those big bodies. They haven't had a lot of the puck below the goal line today.
And that's always a key for any line to have success, because you know why? You can begin a cycle.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody cycles any better on this Giant team than that line we've talked about. And where I think Connor Levis does some of his best work is in the offensive zone in the corners.
Levis drafted by the Winnipeg Jets in the 7th round. As offside is Scott at the Giants line. Would have been a 2-on-2 for Victoria. But yeah, that line, I mean, you got two big bodies, two drafted guys, and Connor Levis by Winnipeg, Tyler Thorpe by Montreal, and then a small, skilled, shifty player in Adam Tittlebach, who's the only CHL import player on the Giants roster.
Yeah, and that line yesterday, I think they had a goal in Victoria, and it was important for them to have some success to keep that going. Because, we talked about Connor Levis in the offensive zone. It's not that he does such a great job of forechecking. He does such a good job of having possession of the puck.
Protecting
making
plays
making
with it.
a play with it.
Yeah.
Hey, you say it well, buddy. Lopinen, another Winnipeg Jet draft pick as well. And don't forget, this Victoria team, Nate, is playing with one 20-year-old short. Von Waterrock has left the team. I think he went over from, I want to say.
He was Saskatoon.
Saskatoon is exactly where he was.
But, they only have 2. You're allowed 3. A shot from the left point from Kipke didn't make its way through. Now he spins and fires that. Missed on the short side. Morelli in the defensive zone. Howell can't clear. Roberts will try to help out. It'll roll to the blue line where it's held in for a second by Miskey, and now Olsen will force it out. Kale will just dump it in. Yeah, this Royals team, 2 20-year-olds. They have 3 drafted players. As Pickford in on the right wing. He's waiting for help. As he skates back up to the blue line, then circles away from Leslie. Pickford throws it on net. A stop and a rebound comes out to Leslie. Giants may have a 3-on-2. Leslie leading the way, carrying in left side. Giants are offside at the blue line. We'll take immediate timeout. 13:16 to go in the third period. Victoria leading Vancouver 5-1. You're tuned to White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Are your employees being organized by a union? Do you have a grievance to respond to or questions about your collective agreement? Talk to KSW Lawyers today. Their lawyers have years of experience helping business owners and HR professionals navigate the complicated world of labor law. Instead of worrying, call KSW Lawyers or visit kswlawyers.ca and get the advice you need to feel confident about managing your business. KSW Lawyers, here for the beginning, end, and unknown.
With over 30 years of experience, Jason Hominick is your guy for your best possible mortgage.
It's a common belief that banks will prioritize their profits over providing the best thing to their customers. How are you different?
When you go to a bank, the person at the bank works for the bank. The bank works for their shareholders. They're all about profit. When you come to me, I work for you.
Whether you're looking for a mortgage for your first home, renewing, refinancing, Jason Hominick can help. Visit jason.mortgage.
Wait, not .ca?
No, it's jason.mortgage. Visit today.
This is number 20 for your Vancouver Giants, Jacob Oreskovic from Langley, British Columbia, and you're listening to White Spot Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Welcome back inside the LEC. We're live from the Lower Mainland. The Vancouver Giants, home to the Victoria Royals this afternoon. New Year's Day. Happy New Year to all. Although the Royals are certainly having a better start to their New Year's Day to the year 2025 than the Giants. They're leading Vancouver 5-1 with just under 13 minutes remaining in the third period of play. Shots right now are 40-14 for Victoria. They were 38-12 after 40, so that shows you just a couple of shots for each side through 7.5 minutes of this third period. And that's, I think, if you're Victoria, what you want. Just doesn't matter for you in terms of the shots. You obviously just want to limit the offense from the other side. Yesterday, the Giants coming back from a 6-2 deficit to win 7-6 in a shootout. This third period has been different so far as Nate Miskey will start out from his own blue line and deflected in by Cole Reschny as he heads off on a change. That means time and space for Colton Roberts. Takes it, waits behind the net. Newman waiting in front to see which way Roberts might go. And he banks it up to center. Now Levis to Tittleback. It's behind him, so he's forced to dump the puck in. Krause behind the goal. Now Miskey hard along the far side. Took a weird bounce off this corner glass, and now it comes free to Thorpe from the slot. Low one is blocked. Thorpe gets it back, right circle, and off the side of the post.
Count them. Count the guys that are back there in white jerseys.
Yeah, they're all tight together.
Look.
Levis now behind the net, being worked on by Moore. Miskey and Scott will escape Tittleback. And chips it to himself. Now feeds it in front, and Howell tied up Newman. Moore gets first to the puck, though, on the far side. He's got some room from the right circle. It's stopped by Hood with a lot of traffic in front of that net. Moore was able to walk right off the wall.
Yeah, and this is a perfect example of what we're talking about. Thorpe, about, 30 seconds earlier, ran into a forest of sticks. All kinds of problems. We just couldn't get anywhere. Look at the defensive structure here. Nowhere near getting it to the net. Go to the other end, and all of a sudden the guy comes off the wall, like you said, finds nothing but space. Hey, this is great. and gets a shot on net with a guy inside position again. A lot of guys are getting inside position in front of the goaltender. Great replay at both ends of the ice, guys. Wonderfully done.
As the Giants now trying to
It shows you the dilemma. I guess I want to just point that out. Good job.
Stewart with speed. And now we'll play it into the right corner. Royals back in the Giants zone. Reschny working on the wall, and he got it to Lipinski, who will circle back and get away from Lopinen. Now Ethan Middlestead, the former Kelowna Rocket, out to Reschny just outside the zone as tumbling goes Lipinski over top of Matthews. Stewart will head in for Victoria. Fell as he tried to circle back just inside the zone. Now Matthews from the bottom of the left circle. Still along the outside. He got it to Wilson at the left point. Shoots it down low. Lopinen, the Jets draft pick, looks for Stewart at the goal line, and he was knocked off of it by Colby Gapter. And Reschny now trying to weave his way through some traffic. Offside is Lipinski at the Victoria line. 10:24 to go in the third. Still 5-1 Victoria.
Yeah, you know, the Royals add Cosmo Wilson acquired him from Moose Jaw. That adds some championship experience to this Victoria team. 3 seasons in Moose Jaw as a defenseman, played 121 games there, and last season that run to the WHL final. Boy, all that stuff, very, very important that you can bring that to a team that's trying to accomplish that kind of thing.
And Wilson originally a 7th-round pick, which it always helps when, you know, those later picks can turn into impact players, and doesn't have to be, you know, your top guys, but still, Wilson a very serviceable defenseman, with experience. Danileko offside as the Royals now will tag up. They get it deep in the Giants zone. Lynn has Burlock on him, and he takes it behind the net to get away from him. Leslie out for Morelli. And off of the shin pad of Olsen, it'll go into the Royals zone. Kipke stops behind the net. Puck comes along the far side boards and out to neutral ice. Howell back in his own zone. DDD for Roberts from the right side up the middle and deflected in by Morelli. Reschny behind his own goal, stops for Victoria. He played in the Top Prospects game, the CHL USA Prospects Challenge. Actually had the game-winning goal, Reschny did, late in Game 2 of that series. Team CHL winning both those games as Halliburton right into the glove of Krause. So Reschny played in that game against Cameron Schmidt. Or, sorry, not against. They were teammates, and they both had an impact in those games.
Oh, yeah, and they both will. They're both going to go, you know, very high in the draft, obviously. Again, finish the check, and that puck has to be a loose puck that's created. When you go in and deliver that hit, you want to create a loose puck that your teammates can gobble up and make a play with it. You know, talking about defense, you know, Justin Kipke, 16 goals last year.
Yeah.
4 game-winning goals. He had, you know, rare hat trick. Now you add this year, 16-year-old Keaton Verhoff. I mean, it's no question. It's the strength of their hockey club. They're mobile guys, too. They haven't got a lot of forwards that you're going to, you know, that are really going to dangle with it. But, boy, that defense is very, very impressive.
Wilson from the high slot. His shot did not make its way through. Had a number of bodies. And now Schmidt out for Halliburton. Leslie will join. And chopped up. Good play from Verhoff at the defensive blue line. Prevents a chance for the Giants off the rush. Now Reschny steals the puck. Forced to the boards by Lynn. Knocked down. Lynn's going to get called. Is that going to... Oh, that's going to draw a crowd. And now Reschny gets up, and he and Schmidt have to be separated, but it was I believe a cross-check will be called on Ryan Lynn. I think you got to play Reschny hard, but I guess you just can't get him in the numbers.
No, and you know what? I don't know if you're surprised or not, but these are 2 very big rivalries. I think Vancouver Victoria probably more than any of the other BC teams. And, yeah, 2 games back-to-back. There's a hit that takes Reschny out of the play by the 60-year-old Lynn. It's not a physical series.
No. Yeah.
It wasn't last night. There wasn't a bunch of physicality, and I know the hockey's gone that way. I know the WHL's gone that way, and I'm not complaining, but it is surprising to me.
Well, and last year, too, right? Not physical either.
I mean, honestly, Nate, I mean it bottom of my heart. I'm not for fighting. If they took it out of the game, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be disappointed. But to play 2 games and not have one scrap, it's just kind of unheard of.
Well, the QMJHL already,
they've taken it right out. Yeah. What is it? It's
I think it's just a game misconduct.
Game misconduct.
Yeah. So it's not like it's an automatic suspension, but it's just your night is over, or afternoon, as it were. As we're currently in a matinee. Wilson from the blue or high slot, and it's stopped by Hood, who finds the rebound. 7:54 remaining in the third period. It is a white Freedom Mobile penalty kill, so there was some space there for Wilson to shoot it from the point.
And usually Ryan Lynn, one of the better penalty killers, too, of the Vancouver Giants. This is just day-to-day. We've seen this 1,000 times if we've seen it once with his Victoria team. And what they do, I mean, that's on a power play. And, again, the goaltender is able to see it. But they do that so well 5-on-5, too. This is a thing that's impressive. And, again, having fun at the game.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Maybe the first New Year's for that little guy.
You bet. Yeah. There was a tinge of blue there, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so. Scott, left circle, feeds it across from the right side, shot over the goal by Miskey. The Giants may have a 2-on-2 shorthanded. It's Lipinski. Halliburton heading to the net. Roberts will join as well. Lipinski's shot is blocked. Comes back to him. And he'll just play it out to center. Giants will eat some clock here. A minute remaining in the penalty kill.
Yeah, I'd love to see how they defended Lipinski there. Again, that puck he couldn't stick handle through the 2 guys or 3 guys over there, and he certainly wasn't going to beat the goaltender with a shot. Again, a shorthanded chance, and it's just, again, it's very, very efficient.
Trambecki gets the drop feed as the Royals are now set up on the man advantage. They already have 3 power play goals tonight. This is their 8th power play. Verhoff to Kipke at the blue line. Left circle. Reschny will fire, just missed the net on the short side. Verhoff for Beam. Right circle. A backhand feed looking for Reschny on the near side. He's forced back to the boards, and now Kipke right side for Verhoff. Blocked that time by Zimmer. And it goes up and out of play. We'll take a media timeout. 6:41 to go in the third. Will we? No, maybe not during a power play. 16 seconds still to go. Yeah,
seconds left.
My bad. Next whistle after the power play concludes. 6:41 to go in the third. And I mean, I know you don't play them tomorrow, but still, wouldn't you like to see something out of these last 6.5 minutes to set? The Giants play Friday at home against Wenatchee, and then Saturday in Kelowna. It's a 4-5 they're in the midst of. You got to get something to be excited about for the next game.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen it, and it will be a good regroup. I'm positive about that. Wenatchee team coming in here, and we've said this before, to make any moves in the standings, you got to first and foremost beat the teams below you in the standings. And Wenatchee is another team that is below them in the standings, and we're going to see them here on Friday night. And then it's at Kelowna, another team at this point below them in the standings. And then it ends up that sequence with 2 games in Prince George. There's a team that's above you, obviously, in the standings. Yeah. So it's just, it's a tough one here, what we're seeing. And again, it's just, the Victoria Royals are forcing you, as I say, to make decisions at the blue line, which you saw there. You mishandle the puck. You make a decision at your own blue line, and you got to make a decision at that blue line. And you see all of these things. You can't make the right decision until you have to give up possession by dumping it in.
As the dump, it almost went in the net. It went off the corner boards, and just like in the second, last period, Hood has covered it. But when Hood was in that net, he went behind the net, and it almost went in. And this time, the same thing, but this was even closer. We'll take a media timeout now. 5-1 Royals here, late in the third on White Spot. Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Vision's Electronics' legendary Boxing Day sale is here. You'll find incredible Boxing Day deals store-wide with savings up to 85%. TVs, home audio, appliances and headphones, car audio to car starters, laptops, and more. And we'll beat any advertised price in Canada, guaranteed. Plus, you'll save even more when you pick up in store. Vision's Electronics' legendary Boxing Day sale is here. See all the deals at visions.ca.
Hockey night? Make Angry Otter Liquor part of your home team's starting lineup. They've got the perfect 3 stars for game night. Exclusive beers produced locally, an incredible wine selection, and top-shelf whiskey to enjoy while you cheer your team to victory. With 31 locations across BC, it's easy to find your game day favorites. From face-off to final horn, we've got the bar-down selection you need to make every game a winner. Visit angryotterliquor.crs for recipes, contests, and more.
This is number 19 for your Vancouver Giants, Cameron Schmidt from Prince George, British Columbia, and you're listening to White Spot Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. White Spot Vancouver Giants Hockey on Sportsnet 650 and on WHL Live and the Western Hockey League's YouTube channel as well. It has been all Victoria here this afternoon to start the year 2025 New Year's Day matinee, a 5-1 Royals lead on the Vancouver Giants. One day after the Giants came back from a 6-2 deficit to win 7-6 in a shootout last night. Today, it has been different after Victoria took an early lead. 5-1, 5:25 remaining in this third period. On to the loose puck in neutral ice is Newman, heading in wide right side, forced behind the net by Middlestead. Newman carries on, left point, he's got Young. T-to-D for Seth Fryer, and an easy save for Hood. Catches that clean. Royals are up to 44 shots on goal to the Giants 16.
You got an assignment.
Okay. Oh, homework?
Yeah, a little homework for you. Krause's third time he's faced Vancouver.
Okay.
Shots on goal were like 15 one game, 16 one game, about 16 now. He hasn't faced 20 yet in a game against the Vancouver Giants.
Am I going to do some math? Is that what you
no,
want?
just get those numbers.
Okay.
I think it's a 16-15 and
well,
now it's 16.
The first was 16 save shutout for sure.
Yeah.
That I know off the top of my head.
Then I think it was 3 5s, 5-5-5 for 15 shots on goal.
Yeah, so I think he stopped. It says he scoops one up. 12 of 15 was all he needed. 12 saves was all he needed to make in the 6-3 win for Victoria.
See, now he's up to 17. So, I mean, I
So
guess we're
not
going
enough.
Well, the point is he's had easy nights.
Yes.
Like real easy nights against Vancouver.
Yeah, okay.
And he didn't play. I mean, we're saying Spencer Michnick played last night, and the only Vancouver Giant win.
Yeah, so just to confirm, 16 of 16 in a 4-0 win, 12 of 15 in a 6-3 win, and now, 16 of 17. Oh, big collision. Lopinen went down, although no call, and I just heard a yell from the bench. It looks like he left his stick on the ice and went off. We'll see if he's okay. Hoylett off the rush, trying to feed Lynn heading to the net, and that was getting in the way was Pickford, but they can't clear. Lipinski.
Look at that.
Lynn now.
Watch that.
Left circle, Areskovic trying to feed Lynn in front. Verhoff broke it up, and he will clear it off the glass and rolling down the ice. Not enough for icing. Stewart gets there first. Leslie trying to defend him. Stewart in front is Pickford, and then it's behind him and Burlock as Schmidt in transition. Left wing side for Zimmer. Zimmer from the top of the circle. Looked for Haliburton backdoor, and he just missed him on the pass. Roberts to the right corner. Haliburton in front looking for Zimmer. Schmidt couldn't get a backhander off as Burlock heads the other way for the Royals. Puts on the brakes at the far side boards. Howell watching him. Now Danileko to Burlock. Back on that right side boards. Danileko. Backhands it behind the net. Roberts pinning Burlock to the end boards. 3:33 remaining in the third. Giants in their own zone trailing Victoria 5-1 here. They'll play at home on Friday against the Wenatchee Wild. And then on the road on Saturday, Zimmer with a shot right into the glove. Oh, that's a good save from Krause. Zimmer, I think, got him to think he was going to go the other way. Krause had to make that save stretched out, shall we say, with the glove hand.
Yeah, get a look at that. I mean, this is a good chance. You're going to shoot from, almost between the hash marks in front of the net. Krause is probably, he's I was going to say, he may have thought I'm a little deep in the net.
Yeah.
But he was actually at the top of the paint. Pretty good spot.
I think Zimmer's trying to change the angle on that shot, right? When he's taking that, he tight to his body and then releases. A shot from Morelli off the faceoff rose over the goal. Middlestead's dribbler couldn't make its way through. A 3-on-2 now for Victoria. Moore left side for Scott. Across the ice off the stick of Newman and into the right corner. As Gapter tries to knock him off his feet. Puck battle continues. Morelli in there. Middlestead as well for the Giants. And Scott comes away with it in the left corner. Scott for Victoria. Offensive zone. The cycle down for Newman. Newman to the point. Young. G-to-D for Fryer. Fryer's wrist shot with traffic in front. Missed on the short side. Scott was battling in front with Ethan Middlestead. They continue. as the puck goes to the far side. Olsen leans on Fryer, who has moved up aggressively, the defenseman in the right corner now, because Newman is covering for him. Middlestead, and now he'll come away with the puck. To Caden Kale, the rookie from Kamloops, BC. Shot off the stick, dumping off the stick, goes deep, and now Olsen onto the loose puck for Vancouver at the end of a shift, so he'll just play it into the corner and head off to the bench. Fryer to neutral ice, and he does get to center as he dumps it in. Now Tittleback kicks it back to Merrick Howell, the former Moose Jaw Warrior. To Roberts and back to Howell. Tittleback now finds Roberts. He'll lead the rush in on the right wing. He's got a little bit of room. Banks it behind him for Levis. Levis stops up near corner. Now Tittleback from the near wall to Thorpe at the blue line. A wrist shot hit his own man, and Levis, it lands in front and played away by Verhoff to the boards. Roberts down low for Levis. Giants in the offensive zone. Looking for something here late in the third. They are down 5-1. Minute 25 to go in this third period. And I think we're going to get a high-sticking penalty. Oh, an elbow penalty coming up to Victoria, actually. Escalis Burlock to the box, as I believe he got Tittleback in the face.
Nathan, question.
Yes.
Do you think before this game, when we got to the third period, would you have thought, or did you think anybody on the Victoria team, and I throw this out, Justin, same thing, do you think that anybody had to mention, hey, let's not blow this thing tonight again? Or was that not even mentioned?
I would say not mentioned.
If you've got a mature team, if your guys are...
They know.
They know.
Yeah.
I don't think any reminder would have been needed.
Giants have 4 shots in this period. So, yes, credit to the Victoria Royals. They have played a great game here today. The Giants will finish this one out on a power play, a white spot man advantage. Obviously different personnel right now. Middlestead from the blue line, deflected, and Olsen will score. With 1:08 to go in the third, I mean, if I want anyone to score in a game where it doesn't really matter, I think it's good for a young guy in Brett Olsen, who does get his second goal in 2 games in his third of the season.
Yeah, he does, and there's so much there to like, too. Again, you go along the blue line, you get it into the corner, back to the line, and I mean, that's got to be one of the times. I'm sure, believe it or not, I do think this Victoria team would say, hey, guys, we want to look at that. How did he get in that spot with 2 pretty big guys around him? Again, he's there to deflect it. He's a hard worker. I'll tell you, as a 16-year-old, there was no question that he was going to make this team. Obviously, high draft pick, and he just kind of hangs around, tries to do his job. And, you know, this line of Cale, Olsen, and Morelli get an opportunity to play late in the game and score a goal.
Brad Olsen from Spruce Grove. And such a bright future ahead of him for the young man. One of 3 16-year-olds on the Giants team. Hood will catch that point shot from Miskey. He had the goal yesterday late in the first period. And I really think he's going to be... He played for Canada Red at the U17 World Challenge. Ryan Lynn also playing for the Giants for Canada White. They met in the final, Canada White winning over Canada Red, but a good sign for the Giants' future to have 2 players playing in that tournament, Olsen and Lynn. And also playing in that, of course, was Keaton Verhoff for Canada White. Deflected in deep. Final 25 seconds here of this third period as the Royals in the far corner in the Giants zone. Hoylett trying to chip it up and out. Held in by Stewart. And now it comes across left circle for Young, and a stop from Hood with 8.4 seconds to go. Of course, Bill, we can start to look ahead. We already have, but Friday, Wenatchee in town, obviously a must-win that you talked about with teams below the standings. Same for Kelowna, but just a little more context for fans. Wenatchee actually right now is in 8th place, entering action today, but they're 8 points behind Vancouver, and Kelowna is 9 points behind Vancouver. So It is the teams right behind you that you're facing on Friday and Saturday.
But there's still, you know, I mean, what the Giants did in getting that point yesterday, I don't want to say gave them breathing, or the 2 points yesterday and giving up one to Victoria. I don't know if it's breathing room or not, but it's certainly a situation where you are in a more comfortable position.
Well, the final buzzer goes. A clinic today from the Victoria Royals. On New Year's Day, they defeat the Vancouver Giants 5-2, and they outshoot them 46-19 as they respond very well after yesterday's collapse to the Giants, and they pick up a key 2 points. They are now 3-1, 3-0-1 against the Giants this season.
Yeah, exactly, and the goal differential is significant. 9 and the 2 is 11, and I think 11 goals for Vancouver against Victoria, 16-5, 21. So they've almost outscored them 2-1.
Yeah, 22 actually to 9-11. That is 2-1. 10, right? It was 10-3, then 7. Oh, 6-7. I had it wrong.
Yeah.
You're right. Yep.
And I don't think the shootout goal counts.
Yeah. A 5-2 final here from the LEC. Victoria Royals defeat the Vancouver Giants. More coming here on the White Spot post-game show. Justin Morissette and Bill Williams will wrap this one up as a big win for the Royals on White Spot. Vancouver Giants hockey on Sportsnet 650.
Want the best seat in the house for hockey?
There's another chance to score!
Subscribe to Sportsnet Plus and stream the most NHL games available anywhere.
Did you see that? What a beauty!
See your favorite teams in action, at home or on the go.
Oh my goodness! 2 goals in 12 seconds!
Don't miss out on a full season of NHL action.
It's a game winner!
Subscribe at sportsnetplus.ca.
Crowd's got a reason to come to its feet.
Decisions. It's always something with you. I can't decide what dealership to go with. White Rock, Pacific, and Vancouver Honda all have state-of-the-art customer centers, friendly, knowledgeable staff, and offer loaner vehicles and shuttle service.
Well, lucky for you, those dealerships are all under the Dilawri Group of companies, so you don't have to compromise.
White Rock, Pacific, and Vancouver Honda, unparalleled customer satisfaction, all under the Dilawri Group of companies.
At Metro Ford in beautiful Poco and MetroMotors.com, we sell new Ford trucks and cars. We sell used. We buy. We fix 6 days a week in our service department and 5 days a week in our aluminum Ford certified body shop. We lease all makes, personal and commercial. We sell parts to repair shops, and we do it all with President's Award level sales and service. What can we do for you?
Metro, come on, Metro Ford.
Get set for a countrywide party.
This is Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada.
Join us from Canmore, Alberta for the 25th edition of Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada.